6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire!
Robinson, they call me Jay.
This is Michael Jeffrey, they call me Mike Jeff.
This is Logan Barnes, and they call me Pounds.
This is Vince Smith, and they call me Vinny.
And this is The Last Dab. Snapbacks and tattoos.
That's what we do.
Snap back.
Here we are.
I said that and I'm not wearing a snapback. No, yeah.
And I have zero tattoos.
It's just not flat. Right?
We can.
It's a snapback.
Yeah, I don't think a snapback has to be a certain
No, yeah.
bill.
As long as it has the...
Well,
It's just a snapback, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
it's the snack that smiles back.
The smash.
You know what? Today, what the fuck, dude? I'm just thinking this right now. We got to start this shit off right. Barnes, what's that? Hit a button, man. Hit the man of the out. Welcoming you straight from the Last Dab podcast.
Yes,
It
sir.
is Vince Smith's motherfucking birthday. Damn.
Vince, how old are you? Like 34?
How old are you, Benjamin?
Mentally, yes.
There we go. Hey, cheers to Vinny. Cheers. There we go. Get that tea.
What are you drinking, Jared? A Modelo?
Modelo.
I just changed the screen with this.
Hey, boys, I've been thinking about it. If we
boy.
keep drinking Modelo on the podcast, just be consistent with it, we might get a sponsorship out of them one day.
Yeah. Or Dana White might be like,
Because we're always sitting here, every single episode, it's with the fighting spirit.
at all times.
We get
hey, Medela, we're gonna get. We talked to
Medela.
Dylan. We talked to Dylan. We talked to Dylan about Modelo. Am I saying it wrong?
Modelo.
Modelo.
You ain't never heard about a sister, Modelo?
yeah.
Mandela, yes. That is true, yeah.
Nelson Mandela.
But we can get Dylan and we can do our own Modelo fucking TLDP MMA exclusive podcast. And that's what would be sponsored by Modelo.
By Modelo.
The fighting.
Yo, hey, I stand behind it because I've been doing this shit for free for the past 12 episodes. I'll take $1 or $2 off this, yeah.
About damn time.
Sorry, is that better? Yeah, that looks good right there.
Yeah.
I like it.
But yeah, happy birthday to Vinny.
Yeah.
So
happy birthday.
Big man birthday right there.
Did you have to work today, Vince?
No, I did not.
Good.
I had to work yesterday, but I told them to let me have today off.
Were they like, no, you
They're like, wait a minute, I don't think you deserve it.
I know you got one birthday present already watching Joey B.
Bro,
yeah,
that
that's the best birthday present.
Joey B, or as I like to call it, Joey Bangles.
Joey Big Bangle, baby.
Big Bangle.
That was so needed. And then Tom Brady,
amazing.
bro.
Tom
Is he
Brady.
retired or
I
is he
know.
not?
Who knows? His dad, Tom Brady Sr., came out and said he's not done. He's not done.
thanks.
Well, yeah, he never announced if he was or not. Everyone just kept saying
Who
he
fucking
was.
said, like, in the media, just was like, yo, no, he's retired.
Dude,
Like, who's your
I
source?
think it was Adam Schefter. I'm pretty sure.
Who?
You know, Adam Schefter, he's like an
Yeah.
NFL insider.
Okay.
I don't know.
Zoe sent us that meme where it says Adam Schefter releasing Tom Brady's retirement too early, and it was like a domino effect, and it had the retirement at the bottom and the biggest domino at the top being Tom Brady wins his 12th Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because it's like he could very well come back and probably win more Super Bowls. The dude
Yeah.
plays
For sure.
the season he had this season, even being eliminated like he was, is just wild. Did you guys watch the game that eliminated him?
Yeah.
I did not see that
The
game.
last fucking 2-minute comeback where he drives him all the way
They
down
were
the
so
field.
close. My father-in-law was here, and I was like, man, the Rams are kicking Brady's ass. It was like halftime. They were up like
And then Brady
by like
does what
3
he
touchdowns.
does.
Yeah, I started coming back. I was like, fuck. Damn, man.
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
I was just gonna. So you guys, Vince, who are you rooting for?
I was rooting for the Bengals and the Rams. I'd like to see that.
Bengals and the Rams.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It is nice to see a new set of teams, though. Like,
It's
Yeah.
beautiful,
Super Bowl,
honestly.
like, my goodness.
That's what I was
And-
thinking too. Was
What?
just
Who did? I think Vince, you might have sent something, and it's.
Fart.
What is it?
It looked like you were wafting a fart away.
yeah. Get out of here.
No,
Outside,
there was a fly.
Who did you? So you said you want 49ers. Am I correct?
He said 49.
I'll root for the 49ers for sure. That'd be.
Okay. Were you wanting Bengals to win out of the Chiefs?
That match, I guess. I didn't really even have a team, but I would rather the Bengals because they are like a fresher team.
New team.
You know.
For a team that hasn't made it to this playoffs in 31 years, right, Vince?
Yep.
So,
1991.
Bengals haven't made it to a
With
even
Boomer
just to the
Esiason
playoffs.
as their quarterback.
Yeah.
in
wow.
31 years, and Joey B steps in and says,
We're going.
"We're going." And
Had
here's
the worst record last year.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to bring up. A lot of people didn't know that they won 4 games last year, and then Joey comes back, healthy Joe, and this fucking Evan McPherson kicking legend right now. Dude, that game that Evan McPherson sent them to the AFC championship where he said, looks like we're going to the game.
Yeah.
The very next day, they sold out of his jerseys online.
Bro.
The very next day, sold out of his jerseys.
That means people fuck with him.
Hard, bro.
Yep.
I wanted to see Bengals and Rams.
Yeah, I do
So
too.
we'll see. I wouldn't be mad to see 49ers go.
No.
I'm such a big Matthew Stafford fan.
Yeah. Plus, it's like I just feel like the Rams a little more logical. You know what I mean? Just kind of makes sense.
Like the matchup, you mean? Like
Yeah, it just kind of makes
That's
more
what I
sense.
thought too.
Isn't it being held? Oh my gosh.
What was it, Jay?
Isn't it being held in L.A.?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it
At
would
that
be
brand new stadium.
a home Super Bowl game for Los
And that's
Angeles.
what just
Right?
happened.
Yes, I know, right?
That just happened last year with the Bucks, right?
Yep.
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 So it's
the
like,
one their home
oh my
stadium.
Whoa! Birthday man.
I look over and I'm like, this
I
isn't
know.
Vince.
The medals were getting me that making the lights hard to fucking see.
Oh
So
my
I'm trying to
God.
watch this.
You know
not
what's
like
better
the
than
lights.
24?
25.
25.
Vince, you look like Archer right now.
It's easier to see.
You said it's easier to see you.
See, I'm trying to like watch the screen.
It's easier to see you.
Hey, I wanted to mention during work this week, I was talking to one of my coworkers, and he was telling me about. He said, "Do you know such and such?" Which is another person that works at my building. And I was like, "Yeah, I know him not too well, but I know who he is." And he was telling me how this guy's loaded, doesn't even need to work, but he's just got a bunch of money, and he goes to the Super Bowl every year of his life. And he was
Damn, that's
explaining.
crazy.
This
Could you
guy had the
imagine?
conversation with the guy. He was explaining to me and this guy named Jeff about how last year he went to the Super Bowl and one ticket was around like $10,000 for the ticket that he got.
Excuse
He
me.
said the he said the lowest ticket you probably could have got for a Super Bowl
$10,000?
last year was about $2,500. Was the lowest ticket, and that's nosebleeds.
Yeah.
And then he said this year is such a like historic year because the tickets that he bought last year was up to 10 to 15, and he said since the halftime show,
Oh my God, I didn't even consider that.
just because the halftime show is going to be Snoop Dogg, Kendrick, and like all
Dr.
these
Dre,
legends.
Yes.
Mary J. Blige.
Right.
It
Yeah.
upped all ticket prices from $5,000 to $10,000
Like
up
flat.
a ticket. No matter
Fucking
what,
doubled automatically.
yeah, it doubled
Yeah.
it. Doubled the. I mean, it's tickets this year are skyrocketed
Insane.
Bro,
because of
that's
that
crazy.
halftime.
But that
performance.
halftime show is gonna be.
dude. I think I'm honestly kind of more excited for the fucking halftime.
Me
I am.
too.
Just because we haven't seen. I don't think we've seen a hip hop one in what like.
A long time.
A while,
And
yeah.
not like this.
Yeah.
This is like.
this is like stacked.
You don't count the weekend.
No,
Or is that like that's like
He's
popish?
R&B.
No.
That's like popish.
They said ew.
He's pop, maybe R&B if you
I was
give
gonna
him
say
a chance.
Bruno. A lot of people said the Bruno Mars one was like a hip hop one, and it wasn't bad, but it was not hip hop like this.
R&B and hip hop are different.
Yeah,
in
dude,
my
this is
eyes.
R&B.
Bruno Mars like a more like chill like
Pop.
yeah.
Pop, literally,
A lot of radio hits and stuff. Yeah.
I don't know. why
He's
I
ready
said
to do it
that.
again.
Speaking of pop. Speaking of the weekend, I saw this crazy ass like. There's multiple videos on like in depth like on his music videos and like how it's like super like satanic
Oh,
and shit.
for
It was
sure.
Oh my
crazy.
god, yeah.
And now like you can kind of see it. Like I don't know, it makes sense.
For sure,
Swear, check
bro.
it out.
And there's a lot of stuff like that. The Weeknd.
The weekend.
Oh.
His shit is super like
Mhm.
like death and afterlife
Yeah.
involved, and a
Yeah.
lot of it's like negative and shit.
Mhm.
And
I've heard a lot about you'll listen to these podcasts where Brendan Schaub and Joe Rogan and all these people will talk about how a lot of entertainment celebrities will get into management deals with managers that are just strictly trying to sell like images or like
Yeah.
this agenda
Yes.
of an idea
For
Mhm.
sure.
where they'll take an entertainment that has true talent and like true good work and they're just gonna try to attach this wild fucking like crazy
Persona.
thing. And it's
Yeah.
like the Weeknd, I'm not saying that's exactly what's going on there, but like it's a good example of saying like he's got talent and some manager might be looking at him like, well let's tie him up with some like
Right.
alien shit.
Yeah.
Just
because
because
it sells
yeah,
more.
because
Yeah.
it sells, and it happens a lot. A manager will like, I know what's going to get you the next big thing, and then they really don't.
And then once they do it, it's like you can't get away from that.
And once you're in
Yeah.
that contract too, it's extremely hard to get out of
True.
because especially if you're just signing on with a management company and
Yeah.
like you don't have any money, how are you going to pay for the lawyers to get out of that shit?
Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
They got you. They got you.
Your shit,
Crazy.
your money's not even going, or like your music isn't even. The money's not even going to you.
Yeah.
No.
Like it's going
Yeah.
to all these other people.
And I was watching some video about that. Like signing, like they sign you on, and then they usually give you like that allowance. Let's say it's $500,000. So now you have $500,000 from them. All the money your music makes goes to that. You don't get that money.
Yeah.
So what if you didn't really sell that well? Kind of a flop, and you
Yeah.
don't even really flop anymore. It's all streaming. So
Yeah.
let's just say you didn't stream what it was supposed to be. It's harder to make more money from streaming than it is selling hard physical copies. So let's say you don't even sell
Is it like
500.
pennies per play or something like
Yeah.
that?
Bro,
Yeah.
it's pennies, yeah. So if you don't even make that 500, now you owe them more money.
Yeah.
And they could damn near
Yeah.
take legal action.
Mhm.
And then what are
Damn.
you gonna do?
You're in their pocket.
That's crazy.
Now they're like, now you gotta be gay.
Yeah.
Enter Lil Nas.
Oh my god.
I swear to God.
Is that like the industry babies? Is that what that is? Industry
Yeah.
babies?
Yeah, I
Where it's
guess.
like they're just like
Billy Ray
They were-
Cyrus said, "Just come with me, boy."
You like horses? You
welcome
say?
to
I'm sorry.
Disney.
Damn man.
Dude, I got that. That made me think. Vinny, did you get a Snapchat from Corey about? It was a TikTok, and a friend of ours had sent us a TikTok about how back in the day, like 2012 time and stuff, like when video games came out at midnight, it was like the holy days of video games. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I know for a fact I've done it multiple times, even on school nights and shit, where I wait until midnight to get a fucking video game. Like,
Yeah.
you couldn't get it until midnight, and it was like this big line, and it was
It
just like.
damn near sell out too.
And nowadays, you don't see that at all. The game comes out, you buy it online. The game comes out, you'll buy it
The
whenever.
Xbox,
you know,
the
like,
new Xbox doesn't even allow
Yeah.
you to get discs.
yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
all digital.
Yeah.
discless,
So
Oh, really?
It's
Yeah.
just
There's
Super
different versions. Yeah,
weird.
one's a discless and one has a actual disc drive.
If you
I think
watch-
it's more with the
What?
disc drive too.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Did you-
Do any of you guys have one?
I have the
I
Xbox
do not.
S
Yeah.
series that is all digital. So you have to manage which games you want because it can take up too much
Yeah.
space. So you got to like damn near delete a game off your thing, but it's not gone. You
Yeah.
bought it. But then
Yeah,
it's like,
but
oh, now I got to
still.
reinstall it. That might take
Yeah,
a
right.
minute.
So the install is still long. That's pretty much
stupid.
what I was
Can
gonna
you
get
buy
at.
like
Is that still?
hard drives
Yeah,
or
you
whatever,
can buy
so you
another
can like
hard drive, but
store
this
shit?
shit's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
They did that on purpose. They
They're
did
like,
it
we
on
need some
purpose.
money.
You used to just be able to put it in, and boom, the game just pop up.
Yeah,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Now you gotta wait for it to load.
If you watch the TikTok
Insane.
though, it literally like made me teary eyed. Like I was like
Aw.
watching the old days of just like
Yeah.
video games meant a lot more back in the day than what it is now because it's so exploded. You can make money off of it. There's these entertainers of video games now, and it's like back in the day, playing a game was not like, what are you doing today, bro? I'm playing video games. All right, I'll be on it like this time. It was more of like, oh my God, have you played this game? Like, have you seen this yet? Have you like, dude, they're coming out with the next Call of Duty. When Call of Duty came out back in the day, it was such a fucking big deal. Call of Duty comes out with a game every year now, and it's like, it's shit.
Bro,
Everyone
garbage.
hates it.
It's ruining games because there's
Yeah.
dude. What
really
I
are.
hate the most, and I'm going to get into a rant about it, is there's so many fucking amazing, and I mean amazing games that these people took years to make, like The Witcher, and all these really well detailed games that get overrun because of these big name games that are shit that were made in a fucking year. Like Halo. The newest Halo took years to make. We didn't get to see this game for years. And it's because they took the time.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just hate seeing really, really good games get shit on and not played
This is
enough.
what they did. They made everyone be too excited about the release. So it's like, oh, I have to buy it. Wow, I don't
Right.
even like it.
Yeah.
And you said these really good games.
Overhype it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
These
Like-
good games are here. But, oh, we're going to distract you with releasing new data every single fucking month. That way you spend all your money on
And
new
the
games.
shit isn't cheap. Games are
You
expensive.
guys remember on one of the
Dropping
podcasts
$70
Right.
for no fucking reason.
in the past.
Insane.
They increased the price of the games, dude. Did you see
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That too. But you
Bro,
remember
everything is increasing on prices right now. It's fucking
Everything.
ridiculous. That's a rant right
I was
there.
just talking about Netflix. Mine's going up to $19.99 a month. In case you guys have Netflix. Yep.
That's crazy. I didn't
Yep.
know they were raising prices
I got
again.
an email about
Dude.
it, and I read it this morning. I immediately just put my phone down. I was like, "You motherfuckers!"
I'll get rid of it. Fuck Netflix at this point. I'm so sick and tired of
I
all these because
swear.
then they put out something that, again, overhyped. And then it's
Yeah.
like, what was this bullshit that I just watched? And it's like, oh, well, you didn't like the movie, but as long as you're, subscribed to our app every, every month, fuck it.
The only thing is that there is some shit on Netflix that I do like. So, like
I need to watch
Ozark, I need to
Ozark.
catch
Yeah,
up.
I need to catch
I need to
up.
catch
Yeah.
up. Yeah, what season
My
are you
patience
on?
is running
I'm
thin.
all caught up
telling you
except
that.
for the new one that just came out. I haven't watched any of it yet.
Yeah.
I heard it's really good though. I
I
heard it's
know.
intense.
Well, I heard that the third season ended like crazily, but I
Yeah.
haven't even finished the second season
Oh,
yet.
really?
So
The third
yeah,
season's insane.
yeah, I need to catch
Oh,
up.
oh,
They meet.
Ozark, I've heard
It's
a
not
lot
really a
of good
spoiler,
about.
but they meet her brother that comes into the picture.
That's what I
and
heard.
it's insane.
Yeah,
He's
that's what I
crazy.
heard. I'm excited to watch it.
Shoot.
Have you ever watched that, Jared? Ozark?
I have not. I've
It's
seen
really
the first
good.
episode, and then I need to
It's
never
good.
went back.
Yeah.
I need to go back.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, we got to take a pause. 49ers picked the ball off for a touchdown. First score of the game.
Oh shit.
It was like a tipped pass or something. Got picked off and ran it all the way back. So touchdown, Niners.
Really weird. I don't think.
about to get crazy over here.
Hold on. I think I lied. I spoke too soon.
Uh-oh.
It may have hit the ground or something. They're looking at it.
I don't think anyone touched it. You just threw it. Fucking weird.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, it was a
Yeah.
forward pass that just slipped out of his
the hell?
hand. Wow, that's
Yeah, that
weird.
was super
the,
strange.
the scene I saw was the guy had the ball in
Yeah.
the end zone and they put touchdown. They literally put touchdown.
Only show Mike.
Maybe it got called
motherfucker.
back or something.
Hey, we were talking about video games and stuff. Did you guys see that Microsoft bought Activision?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we haven't
It's
talked about
crazy.
that yet. For like $73 billion or something
Holy
like that.
fucking
$billion.
shit. He said with a B.
And Activision has a lot of those. Oh my gosh, Activision has a lot of those.
WWE'd him.
Modern Warfares, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not all of Call of Duty, but definitely, yeah.
But the Modern Warfares were good.
They
Oh,
said
yeah.
Call of Duty might start not releasing every year, which might be a good thing. I think.
I was
That's what they were just
literally
talking
talking
about.
about how I was getting into my fucking
Rant.
Alex Jones rant, but
Turn the frogs gay.
well, dude, there's so many games. You remember a few episodes ago, I was talking about how Forza came out and all these, like, there was like 6 huge games that just come out, and it's so hard to play all of
Halo,
them.
yeah, man, I'm still on Far Cry.
Far Cry, Halo, Forza, all these fucking amazing games come out the same time, and they get overshadowed. They don't get played enough. They don't get the attention they deserve. And then you also got Call of Duty coming out with a game every fucking year, shitting on everybody because everybody's like, it's Call of Duty, I'm gonna play.
Gotta get that new COD, bro.
Playing COD? No, I'm not. I'm gonna go play something
He said
else.
playing COD? No, bitch.
He said, no, I'm not.
Everybody needs to
Thanks
switch
for
over
asking.
to Oculus anyways.
Bro, and I was
Oculus
gonna
is
say
the
that here
shit.
soon.
I
think consoles.
second gen.
I think consoles are gonna go away, bro. I think there's gonna be no consoles. It's all gonna be VR.
Yeah, we are.
Well, you know, it's kind of
Yeah.
weird though too, because have you ever seen someone put that on and literally like get dizzy? I think some
Yeah,
people,
a lot of
some
people
people are
do.
gonna need
the motion
need
sickness
to have
is a,
some, you know, less, less of that, you know, not so much.
you see the people in
You know,
the
when you be-
mall trying them out in the mall and they just fucking face plant on the ground.
Yeah. Or like old like grandmas, and they're like freaking out and shit.
I showed my mom when I first got it, and we talked about this on the podcast as well. I just showed her a Jurassic World scene. Like, you literally just sit there and you look through
around.
a world. Like, you don't even,
Oh,
you don't,
yeah,
it's
I
not
know
a
that
game.
game,
It's
yeah.
just like a visual movie, like a 3D movie. That you get to walk
Can't
through like a
smoke it.
planet of, a Jurassic World. And my mom literally was having motion sickness just during that.
My mom would
Yeah.
too. My mom gets motion
If you're not
sickness
used, it takes a while to get used to,
Yeah.
especially when you do get to play a game on the Oculus. You
Yeah.
play a game that's fast paced and you got to move the body around a lot.
Man, I have
it's
gotten
hard.
dizzy from that one game that's like I forget what it's called, where you're throwing the ball into the goals. You're passing it back and forth.
Echo?
Yeah.
Echo
I
VR.
have gotten,
yeah,
I
that
have
game
gotten
is
dizzy from that because you're like,
Gizzy.
I get gizzy,
Dude,
boy.
it's crazy.
I get gizzy.
No, I feel what you're saying though. I wasn't.
I've seen
shitting
so
on you.
many funny videos of that though, like people knocking over their TVs, or like I
Oh,
think I
yes.
sent one to Michael
Punching
before
them.
where it was like his girlfriend was playing it and she was like fighting something and she fucking
Yeah,
just smacks into the
Oh,
wall,
yeah.
like fucking busts her face.
It was like they were doing some type of bar fight, and she was like, yeah.
Yes, yeah. She was like, "Fuck you," and then literally just ran into the
No, it's
wall.
because she saw someone coming at her. She was like, oh. Imagine some fucking dude coming at you in VR.
Hear this. So
That
hear
video's
this.
so funny.
I was playing that.
Here.
Hear me, or whatever the fuck it says.
Oh god.
I was playing that Echo game that Vinny was talking about. And I was in the game, and you could hear other people if they have their chat on.
Okay.
And it was a younger kid, you could tell. But I literally played a game where a kid hit his TV and broke it. And
I hear him
Yeah,
say
I
it.
forgot
I
about
heard the
that.
full breakdown of
Oh
it.
my God.
He fucking
He's
smacked his
screaming.
TV. You heard the thud. And he's like, "Oh my god, I think I just broke my TV." And he's like, "Dude, I gotta hold on." He set his headset down. Fucking, you heard ruffling around, and then he picks it back up. He's like, "Dude, it won't turn on."
Oh, no.
It's literally
His mom's
broken.
gonna be pissed.
And
Hear
he
his
was
dad
so,
walking.
dude. But yeah,
God damn it!
you gotta play
It's
in
a
a
fifth
fucking
one this
clear
month.
room.
yeah.
I told you to mount it.
You can't. I ran this problem earlier today. Like I had too much sunlight coming in the house, and it was losing track. You can't. Sunlight will affect the cameras.
Yeah.
Well, you can play
Yes.
out in the woods, but yes, if it's very very direct sunlight, and it'll fuck with it.
Wow, I didn't even think about that, bro. Because it's got to map out.
Well, here's the other thing: when you put on a Oculus headset, you have to map out the area around you, and in that moment, everything's in like night mode for you.
Yeah.
It's in night, like everything is like bright,
echolocation.
thermal looking. Like
Oh,
literally, it's
well,
like
I remember doing that. Yeah, it's like a Batman.
Yeah.
Fucking like when he turns that shit
yeah,
on.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, detective mode.
Bro, Batman. Speaking
Oh,
of,
yeah.
that new
Oh
one.
yeah, it looks badass.
It's going to be the longest Batman ever. Think about this. We haven't had a solo Batman movie since what, 2012?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
With Dark Knight Rises. Shout out to Christian
This-
Yeah.
and what's his face, Tom Hardy.
I
Great
remember
job.
going to see that in theaters. I
Dang.
took Peck and he was drunk. He was fucking slumped.
Jesus.
Wait, what do you mean solo?
So think about it.
Solo.
All of the Batmans, Not Ben Roethlisberger, but what's his name?
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Oh my God.
So Ben Affleck, shout out to Ben Roethlisberger for retiring.
Yeah,
Ben Affleck didn't have a solo Batman, right? Ben Affleck was in all of the Justice Leagues.
Yep.
He was in the
Batman vs Superman.
Batman vs Superman. That's not a solo Batman movie in my eyes. This is, you know what I mean?
This is a solo.
Right.
I
I
call
know
this
what
a
you
solo
mean.
Batman
But
movie.
I think isn't there going to be a Riddler in this
Yeah.
one?
Riddler,
Yeah.
Penguin, and
Do we
think
know
there's
who's
another.
playing those people?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
Colin Farrell's
Catwoman.
playing Penguin.
Catwoman
And,
too.
yeah,
She was good.
This you'd know the guy that's playing
Penguin.
yeah
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
well
plays
known.
on that
Yeah.
Law and Order show or
no
something.
the guy that plays
right?
The Riddler or whatever.
Yeah, the
Is
Riddler.
that-
I forget
yeah.
his name.
What I wanted to say is, especially I want like you and Jared. I think you have watched Wesley Snipes' Blade movie.
Oh, for sure.
But so like the gore and like the horror or like the slasher aspect of that Blade movie that we got with Wesley Snipes in the old school Marvel day. And I know this isn't Marvel, but it's what I get when I watch the Batman trailers. It
Fucking
gives you
for
that
sure.
like witchy
What
like
was that?
vampire feel.
It was
It's like
the director said it's got a Goodfellas
Goodfellas,
type gore.
yeah, I agree with that.
So it's like I'm down to see that because DC needs to get back. I was having a discussion with a couple people about that. Like Marvel, bro, I think they broke the barrier where they're like, and this isn't a disrespect, like they got every age group. They have every age group. I don't
Like
think,
they reached a pedestal on the shit.
exactly. Yeah, you could call it a pedestal because it's like I know for a fact a bunch of kids aren't going to sit down and watch a fucking DC movie.
Yeah.
They're not.
Right.
It's
You know
a
what I
weird
mean?
it's a weird comparison I just made, but what I was getting at is the gore from that Marvel movie, from me watching that, is what I'm kind of getting from this new Batman. I think it's
vibe.
gonna be
I
like
honestly
that.
haven't seen
Oh
much
my
about
god,
it.
like grab you like, dude, this is gruesome.
Did you see him where he's beating the shit out of
Yeah.
him? He's like, I'm vengeance.
This is a different Batman, dude.
Do they have like the trailer and stuff
Yeah,
already?
yeah.
I haven't
and he
seen
doesn't
any
have
of it.
he doesn't have a no kill rule. He
is
doesn't have a no
fucking
kill. I saw
I
that,
just
bro.
had a fucking boxing match with the mic. Ding ding ding.
The mic and the cup kind of got at it for a minute.
I
was
just
Mike versus Mike.
speaking of DC, I
Mike
just
versus
recently watched Aquaman and I fucking hated it.
Aquaman.
Aquaman.
It was
Yeah.
Fuck that.
horrible.
It is
It was
atrocious.
not good.
Okay, so
I was
here
like,
I
what
feel
is
like
going on?
I feel like DC has good animated things, like they
yeah,
have decent
yeah.
like series and like decent actual like cartoon movies. Like there's just they have a whole bunch of Batmans on HBO, but
Oh, yeah.
when it
yes,
comes
they
like to
do.
live action, their movies are booty, straight garbage.
Yeah,
movies are
right.
booty.
Watching this.
Oh, this is it.
This
Yeah, it
is
comes out
one of
March
them, yeah.
4th.
There's like multiple trailers.
Yeah, I'm a bad boyfriend and just haven't showed her the trailers.
This is
So
the newest one.
How could you?
I know I'm really
Yeah,
bad.
this is like an actual clip.
Look at that.
This isn't the trailer. This is a clip.
No, it's a full trailer.
Yeah,
Bat and the Cat.
The Bat and the Cat. There's
like-
two trailers. There's like two or three.
Guys. Wait, who is that?
Robert Pattinson.
I didn't know he was playing him.
Look at that
The
chin.
Riddler's named Paul Dano. You would know, he's in
This is gonna be so
Prisoners, I
good.
believe.
What is it?
Prisoners with Hugh
Oh,
Jackman.
you missed him.
Sorry,
Jack
sorry.
Human.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman.
Look at the gore in this. That
She's bad.
yeah, she does look.
Get your
Bad.
cats out of here.
Yeah, I should have. She's Catwoman. She has to have cats, you know.
Let's fight and then
The bat
fuck.
and the cat.
She is frightening.
She's
You
bad.
know,
She's Catwoman.
that line, I'm Batman.
Yeah.
I'm bad.
That
yeah.
was Michael Keaton improv
Yeah.
that shit.
Oh, really?
Michael
Beautiful.
Keaton is.
So like
Michael
he's
fucking
like
Keaton.
it's kind of like damn
Love
he's
that
that
guy.
line at least.
This is gonna be amazing.
There's something else playing. I think.
So hear me out again. So I've done this so many times with you guys about movies that are super long, and everybody's like, "Why is it so long? They could have cut this part out. They could have cut that part out, right?"
I'll take it
Hold
all.
on,
Give it
man.
all to
No,
me.
that's what
Please.
I'm saying. Let them fucking have the time.
Sometimes movies are too short.
Yes.
And I'm like, you could have added more.
Dude, did you see the deleted scene from Spider-Man that said that they had a scene where Mysterio was fighting Doctor Strange?
Yeah, I
How
did.
badass would that have been?
That
to
would have
see?
been
That
great.
would have been cool.
Well, Doctor Strange would have fucked his ass
She said
up.
I've gotten 9 of them.
She jumps
Yeah,
off
he
the
would
fucking
have.
building.
That's Zoe
They're like, no, she
Kravitz.
just dies.
That's some like toxic girlfriend. I got 9 lives.
Look at
Never
this
die.
movie,
I'll
dude.
never die.
Nine actual cats.
Meow. I'm
She's
done.
licking
Yeah,
herself
get
and
the
shit.
fuck off me.
Kick your ass.
I'm about to take 10 of those lives, bitch.
You see people make fun of Batman movies where it's like, if Batman would have just grabbed a gun and started shooting motherfuckers,
He doesn't
these movies
need
would have
That's
been
what-
so
dude,
fucking
Did
easy.
you see that clip from Peacemaker? Where he's like, if Batman was such
Gosh.
a fucking pussy candy ass,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
would have killed all his villains. He
Exactly.
wouldn't break back out and kill more people.
Swear to God.
Peacemaker shit on him for sure.
Shut up, John Cena.
Yeah.
So when does that come out?
March 4th.
Oh shit,
Literally
that's
a
soon.
month, yeah.
What were you gonna say, Jake? Go ahead.
It went. It's okay.
went. It's
It went
alright.
away.
Sorry.
It went away.
No, it wasn't. I didn't really. It wasn't important.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
What I was gonna say, yeah, what I was about
Looks
to
like
bring
Logan
up is,
Martinez.
it's no surprise to anybody who scores the
Damn it.
who scored the first
Cooper Cup.
touchdown
I can see it from
Of
here.
what?
of the game.
Of this game?
Yeah, who
It
guess?
just-
Guess who?
Did it
who
not just
scored?
say Rams?
I know, but who scored it?
Oh,
I don't know.
fuck.
I don't
It's
know.
no surprise to anybody in the NFL league that Cooper Kupp just scored the first
Oh,
touchdown
yeah.
of the game.
That's who she thought Logan Martinez looked like.
Yeah, Logan wishes he looked like that, to be honest.
I mean, he kind of does.
I don't know. Especially with all the hair. It's not like that man's good looking or anything.
Right.
I'm just saying. He looked
That's
like
just yeah.
Nice catch.
Damn, that was
That's
right at the
through,
back
right through
the
the
end
needle,
zone,
bro.
too.
Easy.
back corner.
Yay!
Yas. Okay,
What's
so
that? So
It
07?
was really deep.
yeah.
Oh. That sounded like it hurt.
It sounded
saw-
like a frog.
I saw a video in your mom's house, the podcast. Spit it out. Go ahead. A lot of people will know what I'm talking about. That's what it's called. Your mom's house podcast. So,
She was a little loud last night. I don't know what's going on.
but there was a tutorial on how to do screamo, like to get your voice
Oh God.
into a screamo voice, and
Yeah.
it was pretty interesting. I watched it. It's pretty
So, do you have anything to tell us?
Freaking
Yeah.
Dylan, your friend Dylan who does that.
good. Oh yeah, right.
Can you scream out for us?
No, not really. I mean, I probably could, but not good. Not like what they were doing.
That shit's tough.
I don't even want this straw. I'm gonna fight it.
That one.
Oh,
What's it all for?
imagine.
He's
want
like
me to
trying to
take
get the
it?
straw.
Give it to me.
It's all right.
I'll use it.
Oh my God, what's
I need 2 straws.
I also want to bring up at some point where Vinny over here
Bro,
fighting fucking crime.
We keep talking about Batman.
Yeah, Jackass just came
oh my
out,
god!
right?
Oh, wait, did it come out?
It's-
Was about to?
I don't know if it's this weekend or next weekend, but it's like soon.
Yeah.
It's coming out.
Jackass Forever.
And it's gonna, dude, this one is really gonna be wild. I was talking to Vinny about it, and he was thinking about, he literally asked me, and I don't know if he was asking me this today as in he wanted to talk about it on the podcast, but we're about to ask it anyways. But he asked me, what is the, like, proper age to put on a Jackass movie? Like, how old do you need to be
I
to
think
watch
about
it?
9 or 10.
I
say 10.
I told them all ages.
Yeah.
And I told them that they deserve to be seen. And when I say that, I'm not saying I want every 4-year-old to see their dick and balls get smashed and
Oh my
kicked and whatever.
God.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I want Jackass to get every viewer they possibly can and show the world that it's okay to be fucking crazy and it's okay to
Laugh at like that
Dude,
type of
like-
humor.
No,
Yeah.
It's
hold on, Mike.
Wait a
Dude,
minute.
no.
Yes.
No. I just watched that. I just watched that
said
video,
no.
and I loved it as a kid too.
Yeah.
But honestly, of Danger Aaron sitting on a bed of nails
Oh.
with king cobras on his chest and in between his legs, and it's like, dude. Honestly, you are putting yourself in so much danger for what? You know what I mean? Like those guys have trained like professionals around them to make sure that they don't get hurt.
True,
And like
true.
they have like they have resources where they could get medical attention quick.
Oh my
But
goodness.
if kids are out there like, oh well, Johnny Knoxville survived getting hit by a bull, then I'm just gonna step in front of one. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be some sort of
Jared,
like age barrier, man.
Don't
like, it's gotta
try
be,
at
like,
home.
You're 100% right, Jared.
Michael is just a crazy person.
He's crazy.
So.
He wants kids to fucking watch Jackass.
It's like, I want you to do this shit.
I feel you though, because like I'd be wild too. Like I was thinking out in like San Francisco Bay, I was like, dude, might as well just rent a kayak and go fucking kayak out in the bay. That would be dope. But then I'm not thinking about like, big ass waves, fucking sharks, dude, like all kinds of shit. And, like it sounds good, but it's not. Not a good idea.
What I want to point out, you know, I made a bunch of kind of like joking points, but I kind of do mean what I was saying. And what I want to say is I don't think they should be allowed to put a restriction on it in the fucking first place. They made a movie, which is free to do in our country. Like that is a right of ours to do. And I just think the PG-13 bullshit is just, it's stupid. I don't like it.
Well, because who gets to say that this isn't right for the children?
Yeah,
but then we do see a bunch of shit where we're like, that's not right.
It's your right to see the movie, no matter what your age is. I mean, like, I don't know. No, go ahead. That's all I want to say.
It's interesting because I was just watching like this like documentary on Tobey Maguire, and there's a movie. It was just like the different movies that he has been in, and there was a movie with him and Leonardo DiCaprio whenever they were younger. And
who's eating Gilbert Grape? Is that the movie you're talking about?
No. This movie was like they were older teenage years, and like I guess it was like really like dramatic or like super like intense or whatever, and like you can't see that movie in the US, like in the UK. It's like only specific movies or only specific countries that you could see this movie in. And I just wonder like how bad did that movie have to be where you had to censor it from America and like what America, you know what I mean?
Americans
now I
can't handle watching this, and neither can the Europeans.
Get it away.
They're
Did you bring up them?
They're too civilized.
Yeah.
Them changing the ending of Fight Club in China, like the authorities.
Yeah, you sent me it, but I didn't get to.
The authorities foiled the plan when the bombs dropped. Yeah.
It's like an alternate ending to Fight Club, right?
Okay.
Yeah, in China, they didn't want to show like them. The bad guys winning, I guess. I don't know,
I mean, that's some like Germany and like Russia Stalin shit. You know what I mean? Like show you what we want to show you that way.
Yeah.
Here. I mean, but what's not happening around here?
You're 100% correct.
We're trying
to censor Joe Rogan. That guy, Neil Young's like it's either my music
Spotify
or Rogan.
Well, good.
Bro,
I don't really understand on that real quick. So who's Neil Young? Is he's a musician? Mm-hmm. He makes music, right?
Yeah.
We're like, I think it's like this generation that's in their 60s.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. You're right.
But he's trying to cancel Joe for what reason? For people to
false information on vaccines and shit like that.
Oh, okay. I
guess that's what.
Why are people getting mad that he's talking
false information? I don't like. That's the thing. I don't understand it. If you don't believe it, then how are you gonna make it to where someone can't say it? You know what I mean? Like I can say, I fucking ate dirt and it's cured me. Go eat dirt.
And the fact that, like, again, like that's just the point, or that's just a good example of this whole cancel culture in the first place. Like, dude, you can't shut his podcast down. You know what I mean? You can't shut him down. He never was talking about being a scientist, a fucking doctor, or a fucking. He's not saying that he's like this professional, but he gets on a level with these people who know what they work on and you know what they actually are interested in, and lets them almost explain it. And I feel like Joe Rogan, he's not like someone who's like this almighty teacher. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just feel like most of the time, a lot of people agree, or you not even to agree to what he says. You know, have a mutual feeling about that specific thing, but. Even if it's something to think about, Joe Rogan brings a good question about it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
And it's each person's own individual right where they get their information from,
right.
regardless. So if they want to get
Exactly.
their information from Joe Rogan's podcast, like that's their own. It should be everyone's own individual responsibility of where they get their news from in the first place. Because honestly, even us just watching the news between CNN and Fox or wherever you're getting your information from is completely
Huge
different,
difference.
depending on the platform
And it's
that
bias.
Yeah.
He's not being biased. He's actually being the opposite of biased. Look,
Yeah.
they say this is
Playing
right.
open playing field.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm showing you an alternative. I'm not forcing it down your fucking throat.
Right.
I'm not
Yeah.
a legal entity like how the government is.
It's your choice to listen to that podcast and take away from it what you want to take away from it.
100%.
I've also heard that the owner of Spotify is Swedish.
I just listened to that one today. I'm
And-
talking about that.
The owner of Spotify is doing a really good job at staying strong with like the
Good.
true American belief of like your word is your word. You should be able to say what you want to be able to say.
You should.
And when I bring up the fact that he's Swedish, he's from a country that has freedom of speech, that is not ruled by a dictator, monarchy bullshit.
Yeah.
So he's very used to being able to say, this is my word, this you can't say nothing about it. And I do want to bring that up because he is doing a good job at supporting Joe, being the #1 watched and most downloaded interviewer podcast or whatever you want to call them, because you go on CNN, they're getting like 2 million viewers a day or whatever it's considered, however you want to look at it. Joe gets about, on average, like 10 million, 11 million viewers
that's what
a
it was saying.
podcast. So it's like he's getting views, people are mad, and Spotify's backing him up. Joe made a very good decision going there because I think he knew this would happen. I think
YouTube would have bent the knee for
I
sure.
think, to be honest with you, Joe's setting up these interviews on purpose. He's putting them in the dates in order like he wants, because he knows what he's doing.
For sure.
I think he's putting, okay, I want to interview this doctor, and then right after that I want to interview this doctor, so that when people want to say this or this, that he's got, well, I just talked to him.
Both sides.
Yeah, it's like he's
exactly.
fighting this battle so evenly, he knows what he's doing.
And if anyone tries to act like he's not, then you are basically kind of contradicting yourself, because it's like, well, look at the people he's had. Look at the people. Look, they're big, they're small, but I have both of them.
Yeah.
He's got both sides of the coin, so you can't be like, well, he's biased. No. Look at both sides. You agree with that dude that he had on. So what are you even talking about?
And you almost see that
it's
while
just-
he's doing like the or like interviewing someone in the octagon. He still is like trying to be genuine with him, I feel like. And I think, people might be more upset that he gets such a huge following.
That is why people are like, if you have a big platform, then you need to be,
Well, here's something
you have
else.
to be this specific type of person. But who in the world decided that rule? Like, that's not his fucking fault that people want to watch his podcast. Like, that's what he's an entertainer. That's what he's doing.
You
like,
remember me saying
doesn't make sense.
when like everybody was shouting out Joe Rogan at the end of their fights in the interviews, and then that girl jumped into his arms. I literally said that night, I said, I bet Dana White fucking hates this.
Yeah.
I said, I bet Dana White hates this. And I think you asked why. Yeah. But the reason why I say that is exactly what we're talking about. Dana White is the head of the UFC, and damn near people know you. When people think of the UFC, Joe Rogan's fucking face probably pops in your head more
Before
than
him.
Dana.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't even know who Dana White is.
I didn't.
And here's the
He's a
thing.
breadstick.
Most people think he's the same person.
Yeah, when you
I did, bro. I swear I did.
Yes.
when people see literally almost every fight that night, someone's like, Joe Rogan, I'm with Joe Rogan. Look at me, I'm with Joe Rogan. Everybody did that. And I bet Dana White was like, God damn it. I
hate my
hired
life.
this guy to be a UFC commentator, to represent mixed martial arts. And he does that. I'm not saying that. But I guarantee when he gets all that fucking, look, I'm with Joe, not, hey, look, I just won the UFC fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what Dana White wants to see. Oh my God, I just want I just want to fight. And
But no,
instead,
they get the
everybody's like,
interview.
I'm with Joe Rogan, dude.
Yes.
Can I be on your podcast? Like
After the
that's
fight, because you're a genuine
Yeah.
dude. We
Dana-
know Dana's a piece of shit.
Dana hates it, and I love it.
How shitty was it that he didn't put the belt on Ngannou? He left.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, why not? I didn't know. I didn't even
because
realize.
he's shit. He doesn't. Him and Ngannou
It
have
couldn't
that
fit
beef.
around him.
No,
Oh,
they have that
yeah.
beef about the contract.
Hear me out. One more, please. I got this. Okay, so the same night on the Ngannou fight, Joe Rogan decides to ask him, "What are you gonna do boxing?" You know how fucking much Dana White just
I
wanted
bet.
to. He probably punched a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
He just asked one of his most selling UFC fighters ever,
Top 3.
one of the most dominant UFC fighters ever, if he's gonna switch to a different
And he
fucking
really might.
sport. He did that. I mean,
Live.
what?
That's bold.
Dana White is
then I
like
thought-
hating himself.
Then, I mean, maybe possibly like Dana might have wanted it too, though, because like it kind of forces Ngannou, like, you're going to tell all these UFC fans that you're going to another boxing league.
Yeah.
Try to tell
Right,
them all
yeah.
that right now after
Yeah.
you won the belt, you know?
Right.
And then, and I feel like as far as that, then Ngannou's kind of forced to either go, you know, oh, maybe I'll stick it out here for a little
Right.
while longer, you know what I mean?
I think
But
he did a
maybe
good
it was
job of
to
explaining.
expose him.
Bro,
You say what?
He did a good job of explaining though, like when he asked,
He
like,
did.
if you
Yeah, he
do you
did.
think you're gonna do boxing? He's like, I mean, at some point, like my span here is getting really short,
Joe
so
Rogan.
I'd love
Yeah.
to do boxing.
Joe Rogan and Dana are like Joker and Batman. They need each other. Dana needs Joe. Because imagine Joe leaving forever. I would be low key not that happy about
Yeah.
watching main event fights.
What if
I
Joe
need
wasn't there?
Yeah,
I'd still watch UFC.
but we need Joe.
too,
Would you not
you're right.
lose? Would you not lose
Well,
some of your? You know what I
And
mean?
you've seen them like dwindle out from
The
the
UFC
UFC. More
is-
people putting in like fucking Cormier and Bisping and even what's his
John
name?
Anik. John Anik.
I like him.
Dominic.
Well, John
Cruz.
Anik always, yeah.
Oh, Paul Felder.
Who's Anthony Smith?
Anthony Smith, yeah.
Paul
You know,
Felder?
honestly,
I like Paul Felder.
DC is so smart, but I hate hearing him. I hate
True.
hearing
I mean,
DC.
I'm getting to the point where it's like,
like, I didn't
what's
like
the whole
watching
thing
him
with him
fight.
and
And I don't
Dominic
like watching
Cruz?
him commentate. Like,
Because
he's
did you guys watch when they had that beef? Dominic Cruz and DC had that beef. That's what he just asked about.
what was it regarding?
yeah, I
Because
don't know.
Dominic Cruz said that DC doesn't watch enough film, so it affects his
Oh
commentating.
my god.
And DC took it
No.
personally.
DC knows what the fuck he's talking about. I love that. He is in the position he's at for the specific reason that he literally commentates fighting for the fighters fighting because
For the fighters fighting?
No, literally he's
No, I got you.
because he breaks down what they're doing in the fight in a
Yeah.
way when they go and watch the fight afterwards, they are listening to him and
Like what
breaking
he's
down what they can do better.
Absorbing it. Yeah.
John Anik, Joe Rogan, all of the other ones don't commentate in the style of I'm trying to teach you, I'm trying
Yeah.
to help you. They are commentating in the
Reaction-based.
style of holy
Yeah.
shit, you just got this or this just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
and
I
that's
see what
why
you're
DC's there and I'm saying I don't like it because it's not as exciting and that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. He's like more technical, and people would rather listen to Joe Rogan freak the fuck out
Yeah.
like-
about it not.
like, oh, nice kick to the head.
Yeah.
Oh, knocked him the fuck out.
I can't say that. You can't
I
say
This,
like
this
him.
brings
I
up.
like him.
This is a good leeway into Khabib's.
Fight
MMA.
Club. Yeah, dude. That's
Eagle
crazy.
FC.
So him going as a retired fighter into owning his own MMA company, right?
Yeah,
And
like
then-
Eagle Fight Club.
Yeah, wasn't
Well,
Cejudo
yeah.
doing like the in-ring interviews or something like that? I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he does the in-ring interviews too.
I think Cejudo was. I'm pretty
That's
sure.
dope.
Oh, Cejudo, yeah.
Yeah, Cejudo.
And he's got like 3-inch bottoms
Yeah.
on the boots,
Bro.
like 3-inch.
Platforms.
That motherfucker's now he's 5 foot.
Oh my god.
He's walking on stilts up in that
You
ring.
That's
watched
funny.
Juliana Pena podcast with Joe?
I think I saw like a clip of it. Yeah.
Did you see that one, Jared?
No, I have not yet. I
Have
need
you,
to.
Vinny?
So what? Which one?
Juliana Pena?
No, I have it downloaded.
Okay, well, that won't bring up anything about it.
Okay, I'll watch it. I'll watch it for sure then.
No, it's a really good one. I was just gonna bring up how she fucking represents herself very well, and she brings up about how even Khabib was talking shit about how she couldn't be a champion and didn't believe in her, and she's like, she was even shitting on Joe in the middle of the interview, saying like, or not the interview, but the podcast, and said, even you, Joe, like the whole night was saying, Juliana Pena has to do this, has to do that, has to do this. It's going to be a very hard fight. None of you guys said Juliana Pena is going to beat her. Nobody was in the mind frame of I'm going to win this fight, and she brought it up, and she stood it so well, even to Joe, because Joe was trying. I know I was. She's like, no. And she was like, literally, no, you didn't, Joe. She's like, you said it all night long that it was going to be a hard fight for me, and I went in there and whooped that woman's ass, and she fucking did. And
I feel like during that match, I felt like that whole first round, like Nunes was fine, and I felt like she was winning that whole first round. Come to the second round, then she comes out hot, Nunes, and then all of a sudden it's just like she just fizzles out in that second round. So it appeared that Nunes was, had the upper hand like she always does, and then it just shot rapidly down in the midst of the second round. And then she gets fucking KO'd or TKO'd.
TKO,
We
yeah.
were like, no.
Wild fight because she tapped. She tapped out.
Tapped, man.
And,
she tapped out?
Yeah.
It was submission.
It was submission because
You were so mesmerized.
I know. I was like, "How is he doing that?" He went under the mic. Hand was like,
I saw that too.
Like,
hey, low key, I was looking too.
Yeah.
We all were. We were all staring.
I'm very focused,
in my head.
man.
I was like, some Jack Daniels.
Yeah, it looks good.
That shit look good right there.
Jared, do you drink Maker's Mark ever?
I have before. It's all
That's
right.
whiskey.
Not bad.
Speaking of
the cap's super cool.
It's better than Jack.
I like the cap, and it's better than Jack.
I just had to
I
bring that up.
have
I'm
to
sorry.
disagree with that one.
No,
but
are you crazy?
Gentleman's Jack for sure too.
Oh, yeah.
Gentleman's Jack is
that's
good. You're right. I love both. Don't get me wrong, but Maker's is my
Me too.
favorite.
I forget where I went, and everybody was like, Maker's Mark. It's like Maker's Mark was like,
The best thing ever.
shit. I think it was the concerts that we went to, the fucking raves or some shit.
Probably.
Like, everybody's getting
So
Maker's Mark.
Maker's is good. That's why it's so smooth.
I would not link that with
So
a
good.
rave. I'm just gonna
Whiskey
be honest.
and raves is a bad time.
Yeah, I'm fighting.
I
I'm
usually
fighting
drink
people.
whenever.
We've done that before.
Oh yeah, of course I
I was
have.
gonna say,
Did you fight?
But gin and juice.
We've done that.
Gin and juice is the
Fuck
way to go
myself.
if you're gonna drink at a rave. It's gin and some pineapple juice, get you going.
Gin gin don't slow you down.
Remember
telling
whenever
you.
I jumped up to the fucking rafters?
Yes, I do.
Bro.
Isn't that when you strained your neck and we had to fucking leave in the
Yeah, I was ready to go. I had to go. I pulled a
Fucking-
muscle or something. I
Yeah.
thought I had to like hold my
You
head
and
like
Jordan
this
were
the
both
whole rest of
freaking
the
out.
time.
I was like, God damn it, you guys, they took
He
shrooms
said-
and shit before they went.
Oh yeah, we did the shoes.
That's a bad. Yeah, when something
It was
bad goes
excision
on.
too. I was like, God damn it, you guys, I'm not ready to leave.
I've been with someone at a show, and they just did a tab of acid,
Oh, God.
and they were avid users. They'd done psychedelics before. It wasn't the drug, but they'd never been to a show before.
that's
And
freaking
for people that haven't been to a show, I
no.
just want to explain: when you get in there at certain places, it depends on where you're at, but the place we were at was the Egyptian room, so it was
Too
enclosed.
Ooh, that's
when
a
you
bad
get-
one.
When you get some of the bass drops and shit in one of these shows, you can feel it in your chest. Like your
Yes.
heartbeat is beating different because of the fucking music is so loud. And this guy walked in there, and within the first 10 minutes was like, I gotta go.
I would
Yeah.
I gotta go. And it's like,
A lot
You
of people
gotta-
do that thing where they just like stare at the stage too, and it makes them just fucking pass out because they're just like they can't stop staring at it.
dude, you
They
get in a
just pass
trance.
out.
You get in
When
a
you're
trance.
here,
That's the only way to get out of it. It's like, all right.
Every time I'm like,
I'm asleep now.
I don't even have time to think about it because I'll just be like, man, just keep
Right.
on fucking jumping.
Yeah, like you have
keep
to
on
move.
partying.
Like at
Partying's gonna
I
keep me
think
alive.
Fucking Juicy J, that one we went to. Do you
Oh,
guys
yeah,
remember? People
yeah.
were just fucking passing out. We were like, what's
Dropping.
happening?
It happens at every
Oh,
concert.
but then
Yeah,
when
but
it
that one-
happens
that
at
one
Travis
was, like,
Scott,
that one was
Yeah.
extremely bad. Like I felt like
like
everyone
3 or
around me
4
was fucking
people,
passing
yeah.
out.
drop and you're
I
like,
was like, am I okay?
Is it something like, what the hell?
Yeah, yeah, Cody said it's in the air.
Everybody starts running.
It's The Happening, right?
Yeah.
Is that the movie where it like comes through
I'm
the
like,
air?
oh shit,
Or
no.
is that Bird Box?
I think that's no, that because Bird Box when you look at it, right?
I know, but
Or
what,
no, that's
what's
Yeah,
The
that is Bird
Happening?
Box.
The Happening is a good movie.
Yeah,
I just
and
can't
it comes
remember.
through the air where people just stop in sight,
COVID.
and then they
Oh, is it
kill
Is
themselves.
that with
Crazies?
Mark Wahlberg?
Mark Wahlberg's in that
Yeah,
one.
I
Crazies
haven't
is a
seen
good
that.
one
Oh,
too.
the Crazies.
Yeah, the
Have you guys ever
Crazies
seen
good.
White Noise? It's kind of like that,
no,
but
I've
it's
seen
through
it.
cell
That was my
phones
first
and
rap
shit.
name.
Logan
swear
said,
to
yes,
God.
I have seen.
Yeah, you heard him too.
Oh, you heard?
That's fucking funny. I
about-
did not know that.
What about The Mist? The Mist.
Yeah.
That's
The
a
Mist
good
is
one
good.
too. Why are all these like
Dude.
white names?
Then they had the fog.
The Fog.
The Fog.
The Fog,
They're
yes.
all the same movie.
The Blob.
Pretty much.
The weather.
The thing.
It's just
The
a blob
Swamp
that
Thing or
absorbs
some shit.
people. Like, what?
I'm like,
You know what I've been watching? Is oh fuck, Arnold. Fucking Judgment Day. Oh, Terminator.
Terminator. Dude, he's here in the building tonight. Right
Yeah,
Oh,
right there, actually.
Say
We have a
it
special
again.
guest.
there.
Yeah.
To the chopper.
That's funny.
You really have had your shades on this. You're somehow like a blind fucking producer.
Then he's like, I got my eyes. They're real.
You should
I
trust
swear
me.
he
I know
looks
what
like
I'm doing.
Archer.
Daredevil.
Yeah.
Daredevil.
Daredevil. Yeah, for sure. That's what I was gonna say.
That's
But what's
funny.
his actual like? What's his name? Not Charlie Cox, but
Matt Murdock.
Daredevil's real name.
Matt Murdock.
Yeah, Matt Murdock. Fucking Matt Murdock over here.
Oh yeah.
Something about that name is just
Yeah.
Matt Murdock.
Yeah, I wanted
my-
you to look this up.
That's my new
Vince,
alias.
are you guys familiar with the Gates of Hell?
The gates of hell.
Yeah, I go there every day. It's called my work.
Yeah,
Oh shit, or job.
I predicted that the gates of hell
I'm just
are
kidding.
in
No, I have no. I
Kentucky.
don't know what that is.
No,
Yep.
it's I think it's
Of jail.
Turkmenistan or some shit. It's in Turkmenistan or some shit. I don't know how to
Oh,
pronounce it.
Oh my God, what
yes,
the
bro.
What is
Dude.
this? Like a volcano of some sorts?
Oh,
No, so
The
they were like
Dabberin.
excavating or like they were like digging this shit out, and it like there's a whole bunch of fucking like gas.
Oh,
fumes,
the
like, in
Russians
this
lit it on
spot.
fire in the 70s,
I
and it never
I
went
think they
out.
tried to
Yeah.
like light it so it would burn out, and it's been burning for years
never
and
went out.
years.
Holy
It hasn't
fucking
stopped burning.
shit. It's just
Yeah.
gas and it's
Yeah.
burning.
Yeah,
What
a
type
big
of gas
pocket.
is this?
It
Propane, natural propane, I think.
It leads so far down into the earth that it reaches such a big fucking portal, the propane or whatever Vince was talking. But you
Look
know
at
how you know how much fucking gallons and gallons and gallons of
Insane.
water or whatever the fuck it is that they dump on it. Like
To try to contain
there's
it.
a chemical they dump on it constantly to keep it from being like not
As crazy
crazy
as it could
yeah.
be.
They have to do helicopter rides.
Oh, I know what you're
Helicopter
talking about, where
rides.
they dump
No,
shit
literally,
on
they have to.
forest
They
fires.
dump shit over it all
Yeah.
the time, and we spend
Right.
so much money doing that.
Looks like whipped cream.
Do
Kind of.
we
I don't-
spend the money or
I don't
they?
think it's us, but someone does.
We better not fucking
Tajikistan or
be
wherever it's at.
little motherfuckers.
But
We
they're
didn't write
trying to
that shit
find
on
a
fire.
solution to it, and
Put a cap on
since
it.
The
because
biggest
it
cork of all
negatively
time.
affects the environment.
Yeah, that's
or
what I
whatever.
was thinking. As soon as you guys said that, is like, what fucking type of gas is that? No wonder everyone's like global warming. Well, there's a fucking huge gate of hell just on fire all the time. No wonder we're gonna
Open
fucking
in the
die.
earth.
That's literally the name of it. It's fucking like
60 meters wide and 20 meters deep.
Doesn't really seem that big. I feel like we could put
It doesn't
something
seem
on
that deep, does it? Maybe, I mean,
we
like,
put some plyboard over
but-
it. We're like, it's good.
We're not good at fixing shit.
Right.
We just
When it
drill
comes
it
to, when it
in.
comes to Mother Nature, we're not good at battling it.
Ugh.
Let's
That's
make
crazy.
it bigger.
So was there like a? Why did they light it on fire? I don't understand.
They were trying to get
because
rid
they
of-
thought it was just gonna, like, fucking catch fire and then evaporate
away.
and shit.
Yeah.
They didn't know that it was like, but
Maybe you should have done some
Continuous.
investigation
Yeah.
before you just
Listen,
lit that shit on fire.
It was a bunch
water
of
would have
dudes
been better, yeah.
drinking
fucking
vodka.
idiots. Yeah, they're like,
If they
let's
would've
light
started
this
with the
on
water.
fire.
They said, "I wonder what happens if I light this on fire."
I'll give
let it
I'll give
again.
you a bottle of vodka if you go like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, they fucking took their vodka and like blew fire into it. They were like,
Oh,
oh
no.
god, oh fuck, god damn it.
Right.
They probably like partied around the shit for like days, and they're like, "Oh shit, guys, we should do something." Like,
This thing won't go out.
They're like
to-
70 years old now. They're like,
who wants
it's
to tell
still
the
on fire.
supervisor? Who wants to tell the supervisor we'll go out?
That's funny shit, dude.
That's insane.
That is crazy though, man. Like, so I also saw something where like scientists all across the world pretty much believe that we've begun like extinction, like the
we're
next big
killing
extinction.
ourselves. Yeah, we're killing ourselves. Yeah.
I mean, I agree.
I think
No
Joe
argument.
Rogan. I quote the fuck out of this guy, but I'm sorry that I listen to him a lot. But he and someone else was talking about how when the collapse of Rome happened, what's at the start of the collapse of Rome, they began to focus on gender.
Yeah.
They began to focus on race, and currency started to depreciate.
Yeah.
And every single thing I just fucking said is happening right now. So
now.
it's like,
Yeah.
I mean,
History repeats itself.
I'm not fucking smart enough. I'm not old enough
We
to
live in a
give
flat circle.
a good view on it. But I don't know what's going on.
There was something that I saw. I can't like tell you where I got my source because I don't know what the source is, but it was like a playbook of this shit. Like it was the same shit that you just said, and for politics, so people would be able to follow and have that type of like that type of control over them. So for society type deal, and they use those type of things. And it's like a fucking playbook. Like they do this shit over and. I remember.
Yes, they do.
Mr. Smock always said history has a nasty way of repeating itself.
Yeah,
and it just
he did.
seems to happen all throughout history, you know?
Maybe it's because we have been doing the same negative shit every time. There's only one fucking outcome. You know what I mean?
Drop
What
a
if
bomb.
we-
Just drop a bomb. real fast.
Yeah.
What if we switched it up?
No, we can't do peace. No.
That's what I'm saying, right? They were like, no. That doesn't give us the shit we want.
You ever find yourself
Where do I get my money?
just like laughing, just doing the Joker laugh in your car one day, just
I hear
like
you.
going into work or going home from work, just like you get yourself caught up in these glimpses sometimes. At least I do, of like I'm really a part of this fucking simulation, this game, this fucking hierarchy scale of fucking power that I can't control, and it's like every Sunday, every fucking American in the world hits this conclusion in their head every Sunday, whether it's early on in the morning or early or late on in the night. Everybody goes, I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Oh my god!
Everybody says that. Why is that? It's like nobody. There's like if a god is doing that or whoever it is or whatever. It's like what the fuck is that? And I find myself all the time just like literally laughing like. I'm really
Going along with the ride.
I really pay my taxes everywhere I go. I really do this. I really do that. And it's like, what am I really doing?
I don't laugh about it. I start crying.
Well,
I
some
really
people-
do.
Some
That's
people
why
deal with shit differently.
I said that Joker laugh where you're just like
uncontrollable.
you know,
You're
just
like cracking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was decent.
No.
Give me your best Joker laugh.
I don't know if I can do it right now.
it.
But just think
try.
about how much things have changed even just since like the pandemic started and how things are like I feel like also there's a lot of things that we take for granted, but you're so right like with what you say though, Mike, like all that shit is just like it's set up for us it's forcing us, and what did we do but just to be born? No one
Right.
actually
I
asked to
didn't
be
ask for
born.
this.
Like
People older always take that like as a suicidal comment.
And they
You know
get
what I mean?
mad.
And get mad. Oh, you didn't ask to be born. And it's like,
No,
bro, I
how could
get
I
it
else?
into this, situation to where, like you said, like we're so distracted throughout the week, and then boom, on a Sunday, we're like, oh yeah, same thing.
It's not even in the scale of time of weeks, too. It's just the overall scale of, I feel like, American life, because I'm not used to other countries, so I can't say. But at least when it comes to America and, the American dream, it's like this literal fucking illusion of you gotta work or go to school, and then you have to buy a house, and you have to do it our way, and you have to go through this company, and you can't, the freedom of just being a human being on the planet Earth and trying to make it as long as you can through life is not scalable, because you have to jump through, well, I got to do this. The government said I have to do that. I can't do this because the police and law system is this. It's just the control, and to see that we're just slowly giving it up. We have to wear a mask. we can't say this online. You get banned if you do this. It's just,
Yeah.
dude, we're
That's a good
falling,
point.
we're falling far from the trail.
Following orders. Just want us to follow orders, soldier.
It's just so upsetting, like, thinking about that with the government, how we're like, we have to elect one person for, like, each, even just within our own city government and things like that. Like, we're electing these people hoping that they're going to make the same decision that we would make.
Yeah.
But Michael's mom and I were just talking about this, even, like, you know, we have to pay taxes and shit, but we don't get to allocate where our money goes. Like, that's insane to me.
Which
Like,
is, yeah, it doesn't make
like,
any
okay,
sense.
I will give you my tax money, but I want to be able to say, like, this is what I want to see fixed in our fucking city. This is what I want to see fixed in our state. I'm paying the money towards it. Like, I should be able to at least vote on what I think it should fucking go to.
Yeah.
But we don't vote on things like that. We just vote on the people. And that shit pisses me off, because we're just, they can say whatever they want to get voted, but we don't know that that's what they're gonna fucking do. We're like,
if a
yeah.
company said that their product does this and it fucking doesn't,
Yeah.
they're getting sued.
Exactly.
But a person can get into politics
Yep.
and mouth off saying, I'm gonna save this
Yep.
and this and all you want, and then literally not do it.
Yep.
Let me ask you this.
And they get all the money for it too. They get so much money for it. All these lobbyists.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who do you have do your taxes? If you don't mind me asking, I'm not trying to be weird.
I mean,
my
I've
mom
done,
does.
yeah, I've done H&R Block. I've done it myself. Just kind of
Well,
depends.
I ask it because, like, I had the conversation with my mom of she's always done my taxes. Not that I don't. I think I could do them.
Yeah, you
I've
could.
never fucking done them. My mom's just always she literally works in baking, so that's like her.
She likes to do it.
Yeah, it's smarter to let her do it so I don't fuck it up, right?
Might as well.
Well, what I'm getting at is I asked my mom because she had all the info and everything. I'm like, what did I make this year? Flat out to the penny. What did I make? Just what is the total amount?
Pre or post tax?
That's
Just-
no. He's saying like with
Just without taxes being taken
being
out.
withheld.
Free.
Yeah.
All the money I
Yeah.
made to the books,
Your
apparently,
net,
right?
your net income.
yeah.
And she told me, I was like, okay, and what did I actually make after taxes?
Mm.
And then she told me, and I'm like,
He got mad.
now, okay, so, but the amount of money that I made total and the amount of money I actually earned with taxes taken out, say it's 5,000, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, now what am I probably going to get back on my taxes? She's like 1,000.
Yeah.
I'm like, what about the other $4,000?
Right.
And
Going
to
to use.
me, yes, that money is probably going to the roads, to the city,
Right,
to the
right.
blah, blah. Okay, sure it is.
Education.
But you already had that money in the first place. Where the fuck is that 4,000
From where-
coming into
from when
my
I paid you, yeah.
I still have to pay
Yeah.
for my tires. I still have to pay for the food on my fucking plate, and I still have
See-
to pay for the roof over my head. So when I'm paying for other shit that's helping you guys or the city as a whole, it's really not.
Tax returns are a mind game, bro. Because like he just said, bro, I paid the taxes for you.
Yeah.
I saw how much I paid. And now you're giving me back a tax return. But that all is like, oh, well, you don't make this much. So we're going to give you back some of the taxes you paid.
Yeah.
You know what? If that's the case, then why don't you pay me back the taxes and groceries? All the fucking
No
groceries that I
shit.
bought
Yeah.
that I had to pay
You
taxes
guys,
on. Why don't you pay that back to me?
I just fucking read something. So there's like, we have like 32 some bridges that are like, they have to inspect annually right now. And just in Boone County in general.
Oh, wow.
And they usually don't inspect bridges annually because they're supposed to last
yeah,
so long. They
right.
usually do it, every 5 years or
5,
whatever.
10.
But there's so many fucking decrepit bridges in Boone County that they have to inspect them annually. And I guess the guy who runs like our street department and oversees the bridges and shit, he's having to get like funding from other sources because they don't make enough tax money to be able to fix these bridges. But like, see, that's what I want my fucking money to go to. I
Right.
want to drive on a safe fucking road.
where is the tax money?
I don't care about all these extra little fucking Dunkin' Donuts and shit you guys are putting in. I could give a fuck less about that. Like, I ain't gonna make it there if the bridge falls apart. Like, what the fuck? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, and
Sounds
all
like they
these
put it
housing
towards that
additions,
facility.
like, it's fucking insane, man. It's so insane, and it pisses me off so bad.
Right.
Oh, I just want to be able to tell them where I want my money to go. I'm making the money. I'm working for the money. I want to tell you where the fuck my money
Yeah, and as
should
long
go.
as it goes somewhere, then why do they?
It's
care?
like this,
You
bro.
know what I
If
mean?
they know,
Right, exactly.
If they know how much you spent, and then at the end of the year was like, look, now you have to give this amount of taxes to what you want to give it to.
Right.
We spread, say, I want some here. I mean, it's every person's fucking choice. So I don't feel like anything would be left untouched, right? Someone cares about this more than they care about that.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point of having different people, diversity. Oh, that's the best part about America. Okay, if that's the case, then let the diversity do something good. You are making it to where diversity can't achieve a goal because you only believe in this. And certain people don't. So then how are they supposed to do anything?
I know. I agree 1,000%.
And then it comes to like, then I feel like that's where the animosity comes when people like
100%,
getting mad at each other. If everyone had a level playing
over
field,
this.
exactly.
Yes,
Because then it makes it sound like your choice is actually better.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
Your choice just got picked.
You're
100%.
But some people.
Go ahead, Jay.
I was gonna say some people get mad also because another person gets assistance where they don't get the assistance, but they don't even need the assistance.
Yes.
So why are you complaining when you don't need the assistance when someone who needs assistance gets the assistance?
Yeah.
The other sad thing is
that causes
we
diversity.
We find so many people. I agree with what you're saying. I'm not trying to switch it off that, Jay. But I think it's funny. I find a lot of people, even in my family, even in like just so many people I work with, people I know, maybe even myself included into this group, but people living off like, oh, well, when I get my tax check, I'll be able to do this. And it's like the lifestyle
I need to stop
of
doing
people.
that. I do that.
I do that too.
Where it's like they have to rely on this little bonus, these little bonuses in life. Yeah, these little bonuses in life to get
money.
us something that we really want or need. And it's like, it's just sad to see that, man. It really is. It's like, I get this big check potentially because I worked all this year, and it's really not even the money I deserve to get out of it. And it's like, oh man, it's just like, I know people that are like, they wait until they get their tax checks just so they can take their family on a little vacation. Yeah, and it's like, we can't do anything until tax time. I can't get my tires until tax time. I can't get the new Xbox game
Or
until
a new
tax
AC,
time.
so
It's
now I have to
fucked.
hope that it doesn't fucking die, and if it does,
new washer, new dryer, whatever the case may be. That's, you brought up a good point earlier, though. I was thinking about that. Is you were like, if they could just understand the amount of money you have to put out per year, like just in bills and shit. So really, I feel like every fucking thing, assistance, anything, taxes, everything should be dependent upon your debt to income ratio, because people's debt to income ratio, like I know, like my debt is mine is not on a good scale.
I've averaged like fucking like over 80,000 a year the past 3, and I'm just where I'm still been at the past.
I can't hear you too well, Vince.
I can you hear me now?
Oh, I can't. I don't think I can hear you that well on my.
I said I've averaged like over 80 the past 3 years, and I'm still in the same.
Oh, sorry.
Like financial situation I was in 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Just because I haven't been disciplined about spending money.
Yeah,
and saving
I
and
feel
shit
you.
Like that,
but
you know
I mean, but it's that same cycle of like, man. It's because you have so much shit to pay for. They're like, oh, you made $80,000, but they don't look at, well, I have a fucking mortgage that's $1,500 a month, and I have two car payments, and I have 2 kids, and like
insurance,
and
food.
And usually that
insane.
amount you make, I make blank, blank, blank. That's before taxes.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I hate that Jared was even talking about like the assistance stuff. Is they always look at your gross income, and it's like,
bro, that's
not what I make. That is not what I fucking make.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You know what I've also brought up before, babe, on the podcast?
What?
It's about how we're in the process of looking for a place to live.
No
right?
shit. Don't get me started.
I know, but the specific point of, oh, well, if you have animals, it's $50 an animal. And I look at them and want to say, oh, really? So if I own a cat or a dog, I have to pay $50 a month or week or whatever it is to you, and also have to pay $50 a month to feed it, and then $50 a month or whatever for this. And it's like, guess what? That animal doesn't have a job.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Where's that money coming from, and why do you deserve it over me when
know.
I'm the one taking care of it.
And what if they have a pet?
Hold on. But here's my biggest point: is you're in the fucking business of selling or renting houses. You're not in the business of saying, "Well, your dog deserves." I deserve $50 for your dog. You didn't know. That's not your fucking business. That's not where you came here from. I didn't look on fucking realtor.com for a fucking dog dude. No, like, dude.
You're not a dog breeder, bro.
If he came to my house and picked up my dog shit and he mowed my lawn and he fucking fed my dog and took him on walks,
then here's $50
a month.
Right.
Have it, buddy. But no, that's my biggest thing. It's like,
I agree.
You're in the fucking business of selling and renting houses.
The only thing that I can see is like damage caused if they own the house, but that's like the only case. You know what I mean?
Okay,
like if
but
and still you're living in it, yeah.
Okay, here's the thing though, is that a lot of these houses, especially currently, because the market is so insane, even for renting, like the housing market in general is horrible right now.
If I rented this house, they're renting houses like this in this neighborhood for like $1,500
yes.
a month.
Oh, they're like $1,800 a month. It's
crazy.
Insane. But that right
How
there
do you
is like,
afford that?
you know, for a matter of fact, that none of these people, not a single one of these people, they bought their houses before this current time. And they're not paying $1,800 a month for that house. A lot of these people have paid off houses and they're like, okay, well, here's you. I need a $1,200 deposit from you, and then it's $1,200 a month. A true like landlord or investor or whatever the fuck it is going to have multiple properties.
Yeah.
You are not meant to make your income off of one tenant. You're not supposed to make your income off of one person. Like a true investor is going to.
It doesn't even make sense.
No, you're not supposed to do that. But that's how all of these people are. They're like, I'm just going to rent my house out and pay all my bills off that. And it's like, that's not. No. You are hurting so many people. That's not what you're supposed to fucking do. And it
you're not reaching your potential.
Everybody like, oh, that guy's renting it for that. I could make that much money.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, I can charge that.
Right.
It's insane. It's insane. And it's like, whatever, go ahead and make your money, but I think you're a shitty person. And that's what I was getting at with like, I made that huge like Facebook status, but that's what I was getting at is that if you don't see that you're a shitty person for doing like you're simply doing it for the money. And like, I understand like you want to make a little money off your house, but that's supposed to like supplement your already like whatever the fuck you're doing. It's not supposed to be like, I'm going to make $2,000 a month off you. That's not how it is supposed to be. You. So they're like, but Jared was like, the amount of money, your deposit and what you pay every month should cover whatever animal you have, especially with rent being $1,200 a month for a lot of these places. Like I could see maybe like a $25 fee or whatever it is if it was a normal rent price. But otherwise, like they are making so much money off of you every month, that should cover it. Like, it should 100% cover it.
And Mike, you were talking about fuck, what did you mention? Oh my gosh, it's floating away from me. But okay.
Sorry, I went on a rant.
I had something to build off of that though.
Okay, so I was mentioning about how
taking care of the landlord, taking care of your dog, picking up his shit.
Landlords being, they rent and sell houses, and that's what they're in the business for.
Bro, I can hear that you're talking different because you just did that tincture. You said landlords. And when they come, they try to take my dog.
I'm trying not to spit everywhere.
You became a whole different person.
Fucking dog.
Try not to spit on this mic.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I remember now. Thank you guys.
What?
So you were talking about the American dream type lifestyle and saying how like this is the pitch perfect way to do it. And then we see all the time in the movies, like it's like based on a true story, and it's some shit like Wolf of Wall Street, where they're pretty much skeeving people for their money. You know what I mean? It's like that's how the rich man got rich in America, pretty much. You know what I mean? So it's only like it seems like when a whole group of people are being like pushed down, then that's when the other one individual rises type style.
And we idolize it. We like it, you know what I mean? Because I mean that's what we want to be. But yeah, like Jared said,
Jordan Belfort. Hell yeah, dude!
All the people he ripped off and shit. But we're like, well, shit, you know? What I mean?
I believe in hard work. Don't get me wrong, but there is a bunch of corruptness in our politicians.
money runs
and
everything.
whatever,
It runs
Any
the
decision that
fucking
you think that
world,
happens,
bro.
oh, it was just for the good. We're just doing this for the good of the people.
No.
you fucking weren't. You're
No,
doing it
you
for money.
fucking. He said, no, you fucking weren't.
Dude,
That's like-
that's kind of whenever I get into my mindset about working, and I'm like, the fuck am I? Like you said, what am I doing this for? Why do I want to do this? Even if I had everything that I wanted, look at Juice World, had like, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
getting big, and then because I just watched his documentary recently, and
Good.
like
Worth
he was
the
getting
watch.
big. Or, I mean, he's huge by the time that he died or whatever, but he was
Yeah.
still young, had potential. I'm pretty sure he was going to school for like for law or whatever.
that's cool.
And then
Oh, was he? I
and
didn't know
then-
that.
And then figured out that he wanted to do rapping. I don't know if he was joking when he said that, but he said that in his documentary.
Yeah.
It seemed real, and it's like, dude, he had everything he wanted. He was rapping, doing his thing, and then like ODs on the lean and shit. And it's just
Yeah.
kind of sucks
That would
because
be a
it's like
wild thing to OD.
he could have had a good future, I guess, in law, and maybe it would
Yeah,
have
I
been
mean-
this, crazy, awesome lifestyle, but he wouldn't really have instant access to that kind of thing either. So sometimes like the things
Right.
that we want aren't even the best for us.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I
it's
agree
like-
with you.
Like, what am I working towards type
Well,
deal? And
and-
I kind of
and-
get caught up in my head about that too.
Yeah. Because you think that you want something, but maybe you don't know that that's not all
I
that
need
until
that?
you get
Do
there.
I
You
need
know what I
that?
mean?
That one
Yeah.
guru I watch, I share his videos. He's like, yeah, you might want to do engineering 5 to 7 years. It takes up your time. You're so dedicated to it. But then after 5 to 7 years, you realize, I don't want to fucking do this anymore.
Yeah.
And then you go
Right.
do something else for 7
Spend
years.
so much time.
But
Spend so much time.
our idea, kind of like what you're saying, the American dream is, oh, you found your dream. You did that one
Right,
thing
yeah.
for your whole life. and
Yeah.
you loved it. But who says you want to do one thing for your
Yeah,
whole fucking life?
right.
But if you switch it up, people are like, what? Why don't you get a career?
Why does the older,
Yeah.
that older generation care so much about that? Like, you need
I
to stay
know.
with one thing.
Because that's what they were told.
Yeah, well,
Well-
fuck that.
A big question
Fuck that.
is like, yeah, is how, like, what is enough? You got this idea of blue collar, white collar. You got no, like for real. What
No,
is
it's a
enough?
great
It's
question.
like I feel
sorry.
like
Live, laugh, love,
whether
love.
Vinny.
Live loud.
I'm going to use Vinny as an example here so that we can understand. I think Vinny does such a remarkable job. Not that I watch him every day and know how good of a worker he is, but like the job specifically that he does, that it's like, to me, he's literally building fucking cars. Like,
Yeah.
he's producing the safety that is Subaru.
Do you think they would
Yeah,
let you?
But it's like, what?
Maybe you could like hide it, like do a little, like cut out a little hole in your shirt and just have the GoPro like in there. That would be cool, bro. Put it on YouTube. Your YouTube
There you
channel
go.
gets,
Yeah,
like
put it
3
on your
billion
helmet.
people.
Vince.
But what I'm getting at is
Sorry.
like, to me, it's like to compare that, and I don't like doing comparisons, but what I'm saying is like, that's enough to me. Vinny does a good enough job to me where he should be able to go to work. His wife shouldn't have to work.
Yeah.
And it's not that I agree with that type of view on men
Lifestyle.
and women and that thing in the family, but it's like what I'm getting at. It's like, if you work at Taco Bell, I don't think you deserve the lifestyle of, you should be able to own a house, a really nice car, and produce a good life for a family. You have to work your way up to a job
Yeah.
that can do that. But what I'm getting at is, firemen, nurses, all this stuff, they don't get paid a lot. Teachers don't get paid a lot, and we like to think, well, they deserve better. And I'm not saying they don't, but it's the fact of what is enough to even have a good lifestyle. What do you have to do to prove to yourself, whether it's
Yeah.
me loading trailers, whether it's her, dealing with signs for companies, whatever we do, what is enough to say that I get
Made
to
it.
live a comfortable,
Yeah.
hopefully stress-free lifestyle? Because a lot of us don't get to do that, and we still do what you guys say is enough.
Are we looking for their approval, or do we need to find it in ourselves first?
Well, I think that the thing that would be like enough for me is to live comfortably and to not stress about money.
But we're
period.
all stressed about financial bills.
But what I'm saying is that is what would be
Ramekins? What the fuck was that? Was that Remy over there?
That would be enough for me is to like
Believe it.
exactly how I'm living right now and to
Go
comfortably
ahead, Vince.
pay all my shit. That's exactly.
Sounds like I don't know
Oh my
what happened, bro.
I can hear it now.
Wow. Hey, Vinny.
It's not on 48 volts, bro. It was
Oh
on,
my
it
gosh, that
on
was super
dynamic
weird.
all the time. Vincent.
I was trying to tell you guys.
Yeah, I
we
couldn't hear
knew.
myself, but I
couldn't
didn't
hear
know
that
if
well
it was
either,
just my
but-
headphones.
Oh, put them on.
I was like, you were talking again, and
I'll turn it up.
Uh-oh, Jared.
Oh,
He's
shit.
frozen.
there we
Crazy.
go.
You froze and your face was crazy, Jared.
It was like.
What was I gonna say? Oh,
exactly like that.
I had
What
a
the
long conversation about finances with this guy at work the other day, talking about like financial freedom and stuff like that, trying to pay off all your debt and shit like that. But like a big problem with me was trying to keep up with keeping up with the Joneses, like talking to people at work about what they're doing. Like, fuck, I'm not doing that. Why am I not doing that? Like, we're
Right.
doing the same shit, doing the same job. Why can't I do that? Because I want to do it. But like, even like I do that, and I'm like, fuck, I really didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
I was just want to do it because he wanted to do it. I don't know. Does that make sense? Like,
Yes.
No.
yeah, no, I hear you.
I
That's what it is too. Is like you think you want something,
Yes.
like because it looks so shiny. You know, everything that glitters isn't gold. And
Yes.
that's- and so sometimes like you got to find that in your own life, like what do I enjoy, and that's why you should do things that you enjoy in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make sure to do that.
Well,
Find the joy.
I wasn't saying earlier that like with the job I have specifically, like that I deserve to have a fucking jet skis and that I get to go on do crazy things or whatever. And I don't think that's crazy things is a good explanation, but I'm saying like to be able to like I work hard enough to where I should be able to find me a place to live comfortably on the financial status that I am in right now. But I'm finding out I live in a country or in a world right now that that's not the case. Our parents are looking at us like, well,
Why are you not? Yeah.
I would have already had a house by now. I moved out when I was 18.
Bro.
Well, back in the day, it was a different story, and I don't like to use that as a comparison either. But it's like it truly is the stat of like I work comfortably enough to where I make a good enough paycheck to where I should be able to have a place to stay in, but I can't necessarily do that. Now we are
Because what?
Yeah, go ahead.
What the aggravating thing is that you got these. The time schedule set out. You have this many hours to go to work. You go to work, you clock in, you do the shit, you follow, what you're supposed to do. Why am I not comfortable? And
I'm
then
putting in enough for society to treat me with a little bit of respect so that I can fucking keep coming to do this.
Yeah,
Why is the
exactly.
job rate closed? Why is it so many people are unemployed? Bro, we can't survive, dog.
Yeah.
You should probably put in some overtime.
Oh, perfect.
Like,
So I
okay,
can't
more
stay with my
fucking time.
family.
But the devil's advocate to this is that we sit here and complain about the struggles that we're dealing with in our country, which is where we live, and it is our responsibility, so people can't hold it against us. But people argue this with, well, there's people in China making 3 cents an hour.
If you make above $30,000,
keep going, bro.
$30,000 a year, then you're in the top like 3% of wealthy people in the world or something like that.
Holy
and
shit.
I
Wait,
understand that, but
in a specific place or in the United States?
no,
in the
the
world.
and that
The
makes
world.
sense.
Because of how
That's
poor,
insane.
you got South America.
mean, yeah, that's
Africa,
true.
Asia, yeah.
And I was gonna say too is like because Michael was hitting on like I should be able to live comfortably, but I think I might have told you guys before like the inflation rate is at an all-time fucking high. It's like
Insane.
7.1%.
They're about to raise interest
It's a
rates
rare
crazy. Like
scenario.
I was thinking,
I know.
I need to refinance my house before it
Well,
fucking
yes,
happens.
absolutely.
Like, it's
because
crazy.
I was just me and Jody were talking about that again today. Is like even if you bought a house right now, like first of all, houses are way fucking overpriced, way overpriced. But the market is going to crash.
If I sold
It
my
is
house
going
right
to
now, that's what I
crash.
was just telling my buddy the other day. He's like, if I want to get another house, but if I buy one right now, you'll be upside down on it
You
within 5 years.
absolutely
You'll fucking
will.
flip to where
And
it's not even worth
yes.
what you paid for
What's
it.
that?
Yep, it's
What's that
gonna-
about? Why is that?
because of COVID and all that bullshit.
It's kind of like buying a car in a sense of as soon as you buy that car on the lot, it depreciates as soon as you drive it off the fucking lot.
I mean, not.
Right, okay.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah,
it's just that you're not going to have equity in it anymore. Like right now, if you bought a house, you like the very next day you might have $12,000 in equity. But that's just that's not how it's going to be.
I owe like $105,000. It's my house is worth right now like $230.
Yes.
In this market.
Yep.
Really not worth that much, but.
But Vince, imagine if you this situation, if you sold your house for $230,000, and let's say you had so much equity in it that you could put a nice down payment on another house that's nice as fuck, but overpriced still.
Yes.
Okay. The market is about to crash.
Yes.
I don't care what anybody says. I swear it's going to be exactly like 2008. We are going to hit a recession.
I always ask people at my work that were older than me about 2008. Because we weren't alive.
Yes.
Did everyone
I
get
remember
guns?
it. I remember it. My mom and I remember my mom and dad going through
$5 a
it.
gallon.
I remember it because
it's almost.
My parents had just bought that house that we live in now, and it was not good. That's like when our lives went downhill. Was when that when that recession happened, our lives
and then
got
Cuddy
turned
was
upside
like,
down.
Day and night.
We coming back. And he cured everything.
Like, we need this.
I remember my parents specifically not taking me over to my friends and stuff to hang out because the gas was literally so high.
Yes, my dad was like, you can walk. Like, it's fucking snowing and sleeting. You can walk.
It was literally like, I'm not driving you over there tonight. We don't have
do
the
or
money
die.
for gas. Like, we don't have it. Like, you can't go over there tonight. I'm like, damn.
Why don't you get like a fucking cell phone that can make you
that's why we
FaceTime?
walked everywhere, Vince. Vince has a fucking broken leg, and we're just walking around town.
I was
tired.
I fell asleep in Courtney's bed.
Vince, I took that picture of you in a wheelchair goofing around like, oh, Vince hurt his leg. And then
oh my God,
like within a month or two, fucks his leg up.
Yeah.
That was kind of not nice.
Hey, real quick, Jared, San Francisco, it's third quarter, 9 minutes left to go. 10-7. San Francisco winning the game.
Yeah.
Oh shit! It's getting down.
It's getting down to
the nitty grit.
Yep, they got to start making really good decisions for the rest of the game. So
did we say the same thing?
We both said the old nitty grit.
How crazy is it that Cam Akers is playing right now?
Yeah, I don't know.
Tearing his Achilles back in August.
Did he get?
Oh my god!
The stem cells?
Oh, probably.
Because there's no way he recovered as fast as he did without stem cell research. I swear, there's no fucking way.
Oh, Vince, I just watched Any Given Sunday.
I've never
recently.
seen that
have you not seen that?
No, with Jamie Foxx.
I'm trying to find.
Yeah, and
Willie Beeman.
Yeah, Willie Beeman. Have you any of you guys seen
up in
that?
the huddle like Willie Beeman.
What's it called?
Willie Beam.
Any Given Sunday.
Oh yeah.
No.
I was about to say 6 days there.
Hey, watch that shit. That shit's it's pretty good. If you like football movies, kind of.
Hell yeah.
I remember Anthony would always make fun of The Blind Side because
Damn it.
me, him, and Zach.
I was listening to Cutter, and Cutter's Back came on.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I remember when Anthony showed me this. Like Anthony and Jake, I think. Oh my god.
What is this?
Yeah,
You guys tied me up, bro. Show it to Jared.
Can you see it?
Tied him.
You guys tied me up, bro.
This is the one.
Who tied you up?
Hey.
Did I do that? Did we do that?
Yeah. That night, I don't know if were you there that night we walked to McDonald's?
No, wait. You guys went to McDonald's, and then I thought me and Barnes tried to go to KFC. I thought you and Cody and Devin went to McDonald's, and me and Barnes were like, nah, man, we going to KFC.
We want that chicken, baby. Jared made the choice on that one.
I'm predestined, boy. It's in my blood.
I was straight tied up, bro. Like, that shit was not good.
Okay, while we got a little bit of a break, is there anything specific you wanted to hit on tonight?
I think I got everything I wanted out.
That's fine. We honestly
That's what she said.
Covered a lot.
When I was talking to Vinny earlier today, we were talking a lot about football. Big day in football.
Huge day in football, bro. Vince, did you touch anything on that mic, bro? You touched something. I switched it to 48 volt, and then I switched it back to
Maybe it grabbed it or something. I don't know.
it.
It's
Like,
weird.
bro, I don't know what happened, dog. It's good now.
Right on.
Right to the zone. Hey, speaking
Very cool.
of something that's on the top of my head while I got it, anybody that likes Halo knows that Halo is coming out with a TV show on Paramount Plus.
Oh yeah.
And they came out with trailers for it, and it looks really good, and I think you should check it out.
You said it's on Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus,
Yeah,
Halo.
March 23rd, I think.
Yeah, 2 days before my birthday.
Yeah, 2 days
I'm
before
fucking
my birthday.
pumped. I'm pumped, dude. I'm a big Halo fan.
Vaughn, you want to go see Jackass next week?
Yeah, we got to go see
Let's
Jackass.
go, bro. Hey, come down to my theater in Avon. They got retractable seats,
Right on.
boy.
Seats, boy.
Automatic and they're lazy boy seats, bro. I'm telling you.
Ridiculous.
Sometimes you hear a little bit.
Ri-
And I'm a little bit confused on what that is.
Ridiculousness has been doing nothing but Jackass episodes.
Hell yeah.
For real?
Yeah,
Really?
like the past whole week, it's just nothing but Jackass episodes and shit. And
I-
there's been so
was-
much hype about Jackass. They're in every commercial. They're fucking on every podcast right now. They're doing everything to get this movie the views. It's gonna be a wild fucking show.
Wow, right.
I was watching another one.
Jackass
It was
Forever.
Preston was on the elliptical, and he was
Yes.
in in a suit,
Full
Yeah.
band. uniform.
Yes.
and they were collecting the sweat that was falling off, and he was in
Oh,
a
my-
funnel under his
The
butt.
sweatsuit cocktail.
Yes.
Steve drinking threw up.
Steve-O or Johnny Knoxville was like, "Hey, Steve-O, you haven't had a cocktail in about 2 years, right?" And then it's like, "This is your first
no.
cocktail." It's all his sweat.
No.
The cameraman's puking all over his camera.
Oh, I would be
Yeah, I
Behind
know
he's
proud.
that.
always
I'd be
passing out.
Bro, they got MGK on this new one, and it's like they have to pedal on that bike, and whoever's slowest gets hit by the fucking hand,
Oh.
smacked into the fucking water.
Isn't Eric Andre on this too?
Yes, I saw Eric. Bro, anyone who doesn't know the Andre show is
Oh my
missing out. The
gosh,
Eric
the
Andre
Andre
show's
show.
fucking hilarious.
I think Noah and Maddie showed me that
Yeah.
show for the first time.
That
I have a
show's
question.
great.
Is that staged or is that scripted?
The Eric
Yeah,
Andre show, I
it's
think
kinda
it's
scripted.
scripted.
Improv.
It's scripted in the sense of oh, you're coming on the show, and yeah, there'll be some
No.
weird shit, but he takes it to a level where
It's scripted as in they know exactly what they're trying to do,
exactly.
but getting when it actually the moment of it happening is completely improv on Eric Andre and whoever's involved. They get the scenario set up, and then whatever happens.
Yeah.
That is the show.
Bro, you wouldn't say
But
yes.
essentially, it's an interview.
It's
Yeah.
an interview, yeah.
Yes.
Would you sign the consent form to interview if you knew Eric Andre was going to pull his dick out? You know what I mean?
No.
Probably no. So, but he does it a lot.
I think okay,
he does do
because
that a lot.
I
A lot.
I wouldn't even know what that show is unless we watched it on New Year's Eve one year, and
Drunk
but
as
we
shit.
but we
So
watched
funny.
an interview thing that he did, and he was saying that is he knows what's gonna happen, but the interviewee doesn't know what's
Yeah.
gonna happen, so they're just
Okay.
what
So
they're
he
going
just
with
kind
the
of talks him
flow.
into
He
getting
reminds
into
me-
it,
Yeah.
and it's shit goes crazy, but you won't know what.
Right.
Exactly.
Everybody
wait for
has
it.
that kid
Yeah.
in their high school that just did wild shit all the time. You're like, dude,
Yeah.
you don't know what their life's gonna end up being.
That's
And
exactly what
that's
that
what
is.
Eric.
That's him.
That's
Literally.
Eric Andre. He's the dude that would go to Taco Bell and shit on their door late at night.
Yes.
He's that
Straight
kid.
up.
Weird.
He
You're so
is
right.
that kid in your high school that actually ended up making a TV show. out of
Bird
it.
up.
Yeah.
He's the one. He's the kid that's like, yeah, I just fucking ate that bird. Like he's
Right,
that
literally.
dude. You
Yeah.
know.
Bird
him.
him, bird up.
And then they got that in between or two ferns.
Yeah, with Zach Galifianakis.
Yep.
A lot of
Right,
people hated
yeah.
on that though.
I'm not
I
sure.
liked the show.
I'm
It
not
wasn't
sure I wanted to
amazing.
see it.
It's
Just,
decent.
Some
just
of them
from
are
the
stupid.
preview
Some of them are
thing, I
dumb.
was like, I
The
don't know.
one The one with him and Obama is kind of funny.
That one's kind of funny, yeah.
The one with Hillary Clinton is funny because she
God.
hated everything.
Of
She's
course
like,
she
this is. She's
did.
like, this is stupid.
It's just so
This
If
is
it isn't killing somebody, I don't care.
But I do.
Oh shit!
That's what I'm.
That bitch killed a few people.
Jared, do you
We'll take a
have
drink.
do you have my sister on Facebook still?
Yeah, I should.
Did you see her fucking LASIK eye surgery thing?
My God,
No.
My
you
sister
guys.
my sister had LASIK eye surgery this
Okay.
weekend, okay? And the people at the LASIK place asked if they could video her, and she was like, yeah, that's fine. Getting it done just to show people this is
How it
what
works?
happens. Yeah. My sister was like, yeah, that's cool. they fucking ooh.
Dude, they take a layer of your eyeball.
Off, a
Your
flap
actual
of your
eyeball?
skin,
And you
of your
see
skin.
it.
And my sister said, but I was like, Ashley, that like
I'm not doing
how?
that
And
ever
she
in
was
my
like,
life.
she said, Courtney,
never
I
doing that.
swear I didn't feel anything. She
was
said,
big doped up.
Yeah, because
she
she's
said
fucked up
all
on volume.
she said all you feel is just like the she said pressure of just the thing keeping your eye open. She said that's all you feel. She said I didn't feel a thing. And then all you do is like they tell you specifically like you're supposed to sleep for the next day, and then the day after that you should be seeing like as if you had contacts in. And my sister literally said, I asked her about it today,
I
and she was
believe
like,
it works,
she was
but
like, I see
fuck
perfect, Courtney.
that.
She was like, this is the best decision I've
I
ever
see you
made.
for
What?
who you are.
I'm like,
Do you know like
no.
what she was like? Is she like? Did she have a lazy eye? Was she nearsighted,
No.
farsighted?
Honestly, bro, she's had
Lazy
really
eye.
bad vision ever since she was
Was
like
she
real young. Like
retarded?
my
Yeah.
sister's had glasses
Makes
for a
sense.
very long time.
Is it nerve
remember
damage?
seeing her
Because same
glass
for me.
all
Like
the time.
I've had my eye has been fucked up since I
Yeah.
can always remember.
Yeah.
So-
I don't know if it was like nerve damage or whatever, but I think her main thing was that because, you know, she welds and stuff and her getting stuff in her
Same,
eyes so
and
often.
that's not a good thing to have.
Yes.
Fucking one
yes,
eye.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She just was so sick of getting stuff in her eye and like having to fuck with her contacts and her glasses and stuff that she and just, you know, the cost of glasses and contacts in general. She was like, why not just have this fucking procedure and then never have to deal with it again in my life?
Yeah.
But I will say something that I was thinking about is that I was like, did insurance cover any of that? And she was like, no, because it's an elective surgery. But I was thinking the insurance company
For her
doesn't, they
work.
don't want you to do
Right.
it because they make money off of you doing the glasses and contacts and shit.
Ah,
Mhm.
Big point. Big
Yeah.
point.
Isn't it weird that they'll
Go ahead.
they'll insurance companies will pay for preventative,
Mhm.
but they won't pay for inception. Like,
Yeah.
stuff.
Yes.
If you're trying to
Yes.
get pregnant, they won't pay for that because
Mhm.
they don't want.
Huh.
It
Yep.
costs them more if if you have a kid.
Yeah.
Then they cost them more in insurance.
Yes.
Fucking, that's what I'm talking about. Skeezers,
I
man.
know, right? I know.
Outta here.
I know.
Fucking Mr.
well,
Krabs.
You take some time
He
off.
said money, money, money,
Money,
money.
money, money.
Yeah.
That's all a bunch of Mr. Krabs running the fucking world. dude.
Exactly.
100%.
And then they fucking put that in there so we know in the future, hey, don't worry, your boss is really going to be a money hungry fucking bastard. A Dana White
Mine
amongst
Mine
us
is
all.
for
I
sure.
was
Mine's
just
in
telling
Florida
Haley
right now.
how SpongeBob has a bunch of subliminal messages in their episodes.
Yes.
So much.
Yeah.
so-
Straight up, dude.
100%.
Like that, we were talking about the episode of Squidward where he's every day is like the same in that neighborhood they lives in. It's
Mhm.
like if you have everything perfectly, every day is the same.
Yeah.
You're gonna get sick of it. Like
Mhm.
that's the what life's supposed to be. Like
Yeah.
challenges every day. Some days are good, some days are bad. Like I don't know, just like
Gotta
seeing
take the
that as a
good with the
kid,
bad.
Yeah.
you know.
That's true.
Gotta take the good with the bad. You were talking about the eye surgery. It
Oh,
reminded
gosh.
me whenever I was working. I had a welding job and I got a piece of wire wheel
Mhm.
shot back into my eye, and I had to go to the doctor while in the middle of working. I had to go to the fucking
Yeah.
doctor to go get it taken out. And
Yep.
they gave me some eye drops. And it
Mhm.
numbed it up.
Yep.
No, not like just fucking some Visine eye drops.
Yeah,
but
no,
some-
no,
some
yeah. It's yeah.
some eye drops that actually numb your
Mhm.
eye and shit. And
Yes.
then like he had some sort of like splinter removal for your
Yep.
eye, I guess,
Mhm.
and fucking took that thing out, and I didn't feel shit.
Yep. That's what because my dad works on cars and shit, he was always getting stuff in his eye. And he had that same exact fucking thing happen to him, Jared. And he said the same thing. He was like, I didn't feel shit. I was like, no way. He was like, I
Yeah,
didn't feel
just
anything.
got it out. They're like, "Is this it?" I'm like, "That's fucking it."
That's
like,
crazy,
that's exactly what I mean.
right? That's so crazy.
When
Ew.
I worked at Westfield Steel
Oh, gosh.
and I was welding there, depending on, like, the company would provide you masks because I didn't have one. Like, a lot of people wouldn't, but
Like the shield or
they,
whatever.
they had nice masks, don't get me wrong, but my company had one bad mask.
Oh, no.
And Jared, you're going to know what I'm talking about, but the mask have automatic dimmers so that the mask will pick up as soon as you start welding and block out that light.
Right.
Yep.
That's the whole purpose of it, right? Well, my mask would dim it out, but sometimes it wouldn't work. Sometimes it didn't dim it out. It was on and off. It was like a 50-50 chance of it dimming it out or not. Well, I used the mask all day long. It was an 8-hour shift. When you're doing welding and your mask doesn't work and you still have it over your eyes, for the most part, you feel like you're fine still. Like, it still dims it out. There's still that blocker, but it doesn't dim it out like it's supposed to. And I was new at welding, so I didn't know exactly what it was supposed to look like. But long story short, I got arc eye or
whatever.
flash eye or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck they call
Flash,
it.
Yes.
flash burn.
Flash burns,
And
yes.
when you want to talk about one of the most craziest
Painful.
experiences, I literally thought my vision
Was gone.
was gone. I thought this was it. I was like, I'm blind. I'm not going to be able to see anymore. I literally stumbled to my bathroom, could not open my eyes, let alone even try to see out of them. And I have pictures on my phone. I was so scared in the moment that I somehow got my fucking camera up on my phone and took pictures of me bawling my eyes out because of how bad my eyes hurt. And I had to I forced my mom to take me to the hospital, and they gave me the same exact eye drops, and they gave me this like lip balm, like it was an ointment that you had to rub on your eyeball.
Yep.
My eyes were fucked, and I don't think they've ever been the same since.
Some people say to cut potatoes and stick them on your eyes.
Yeah,
White
I've heard
people
that
say
too.
that.
So-
White people shit.
No, and that's exactly who I heard it from.
There
That's
you
what I
go.
said.
You'll
That's
never
from
Jared,
hear
my
it.
friend.
have you gotten flash burns before?
Oh yeah, totally, for sure.
Ooh.
Especially like welding with stick.
Yes.
And like you push the stick to the fucking surface, and then nothing's happening, and you try it, and then it zaps, and it's like,
Yeah.
and then like you just. It's definitely a learning curve for every welder.
For
you know what I mean?
sure,
But
absolutely.
I feel like after so long, like you got to get the point.
My
You know what
eyes,
I mean? Like,
For
my
sure.
eyes the next few days were literally just like the most zombified human being you've ever imagined.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't,
Dude,
my eyes
yeah.
were just non-existent.
What did it look like when you tried to see? Was it white? Like a white?
It's just blurriness.
There's a-
And when there's a
Blurry.
lot
no,
of
yeah,
lights-
it's just
when
like
there's
your
a lot of
eyes
lights,
irritated,
There's
dude,
a-
like stinging.
Ow.
Stage at my
And
work.
you don't see anything, but you know your eyes red as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a stage at my work, like a stage where the car comes into, where there's like 6 MIG welding robots that go into the car, and they're all welding at once. We had to like put like curtain around it because there's like it's just like a light of blue from 6
Jesus.
welders
Yeah.
all going at once. It's just,
Yeah.
like blinding.
And they don't get flash eye.
No.
That's why they
Flash,
use robots.
flash burn.
Or-
They,
I like flash eye.
Flash eye.
they,
Flash eye. They're so fast.
at my first welding job, I was operating the welding robot, like you were talking about, and since like you can't really be like they had like lasers or like sensors. They had sensors
like a light
around
curtain.
it pretty much. So if you
Yeah.
stepped into it, then it would shut off
Yeah.
automatically
Yeah,
or
that's what
whatever.
ours are.
So you had to stay back behind it,
Mhm.
so like you don't get flash burn or you don't set that off or something. And I'd always be hitting my pen back there, fucking
Hell yeah.
getting that shit out. But I love that job too, because I could be like back there playing pool on my phone, and then like that shit's welding for the longest time.
Hey, you know how you like blow smoke out and in a movie they'll like blow smoke to see the lasers?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
I used to do that
That's
shit in my
funny.
car with vapes, like with the big cloud vapes. You remember
Yeah.
that shit? I used to build them, and I'd do that shit in my car and do lasers and shit. I
Oh
would
my
do it all the
God.
time.
Hell yeah.
For fun.
Hey, I want to bring up Jared. 49ers took
Yeah.
the lead 17-7, I think
Yes.
it is now.
17.
Yeah, they scored again.
7, 49.
I was like tapping him in the middle of a story, and then I was like, oh god.
Middle,
I was like, hey, look.
end of the third quarter right now.
My eyes hurt now.
Rams are about to get the ball. Yeah,
I
right.
know.
My
I'm
eyes
upset.
literally are
I don't
irritated.
want
Hold on.
the Niners to win.
I want this to be the last thing, but I want everybody listening for the beginning of the story. I want you guys to look up videos of this, because what she's explaining is literally you watch someone take a layer of your eyelid,
I sent it to you guys.
set it to the side, and then a laser burns the fucking next layer of your eyeball, doing whatever the fuck it's doing. And then at the end, they're like, okay, and now he's just going to take that layer of skin and just simply apply it back over. And it's like, what?
Using little
Like,
stitches.
what do you mean? You just took her eyeball apart, and now you're going to put it back. Like, it's just a wild thing, and you have to see it. You
I
know?
sent it.
It's cool
I
that
sent it to
it's
each one
cool
of
that
you.
it works.
I got it.
I've seen the process done in a video, and it literally makes my eyes water.
I
just
know.
watching it.
It made me gag.
That's
it made
worse
me
than
gag.
onions.
You hear? I heard Brendan Schaub talk about it on his podcast with people before, because a lot of celebrities, famous people do it. they talk about how like there's stories of people where the doctor would literally like get aggressive and have to yell at them like, you can't move. You have to stop moving. Like it is such a serious matter once they get to that point of the process where you're in there and they got your fucking skin peeled back or whatever it is. You like people will try to like blink their eye or move or something. They're like, you have to stop. Like, if you fuck this up bad enough, you will go blind. And they get aggressive with you because of the simple fact it's like, you got a laser on your eyeball. You have to be calm. You have to take it serious. It's a very
said
big
she was
deal.
on Valium.
Well,
that's
I don't.
awesome.
My sister can't take Valium because she's very sensitive to
I
medicine.
thought
She
that's
had
what
to.
you said she took.
That's what. No, I didn't say she took that. I said that's
I'm
what.
stupid.
Because I was asking my sister, I was like, because that's like a big deal. LASIK eye surgery is really, and Ashley, she was like freaking out. She's like, I asked every question I possibly could, but
the eyeball. That's it.
That's the
That's
eyeball.
the tender spot.
This ain't a finger.
I was like, so do they put you under? Like, because there's like they can't really put you under because your eyes could roll. Like, you don't know if your eye is gonna stay in place. You know what I mean? So she was like, well, they give you Valium, but Ashley can't. She doesn't react well to Valium. Like, she'll throw up. So I don't know what she had to take, but it was like, I mean, she was sedated and her eye. They numb your eye.
It's
So
messed up, dude.
you don't
I haven't
feel
had too many
anything.
surgeries in my life, but I know for sure I've had a lot of like cavities.
Yeah.
And then they be giving me laughing gas, and
Yes.
I tripped off laughing
Bro,
gas a lot in my
Crazy
childhood.
shit.
If you ask for it,
You've
they'll
seen
give
cows
you.
and shit.
They'll
You're
give
like,
you
what
like
the
a
fuck?
fucking like. If
You guys are
freak
putting way
out.
too much on me.
I wish
Just
one
a
of us
little
was a
guy.
dentist. We could just like hop in like, hey man,
Yeah.
hit me with that shit.
I
Hey,
swear.
I've been to a fucking
I
party
swear.
before where they have a dentist tank and show up and just
Fuck yeah.
hand out balloons of this shit.
And it tastes good
They
too.
put the
It
nose thing
does.
over it,
You get the
and I'll be
cherry one.
because I'll
The
be
cherry
sitting
one
there.
was
I'm like,
so good,
just
bro.
they say
I
just breathe heavy.
swear.
I'm like,
Oh my
five,
Yes.
Expressing.
Yeah.
$5 a balloon.
the Warner Brothers, the Joker, or it's the Batman TV show. I saw the Joker in all the masks, like
Oh, no.
on all the nurses
Yeah.
above me.
Oh my
They were all
god.
the Joker.
Scared, bro.
It was scary.
That's
That's
fucking funny.
terrifying, dude.
That's funny.
was awful.
I watched my son
Good
breathe in
trip,
the
bro.
laughing gas, and like he was too calm about it. I was like, God damn it.
I tried to
When
When you're young,
This
though,
is
when you're
not gonna
young,
be
you don't
good.
like know what's happening. You're just like,
No, he
you're
was like,
Listen to this.
Bro,
I like it.
he was
Oh,
doped
yeah.
up.
Listen to this. So my mom, me and my sister, both have had a few surgeries of our own. She's had shoulder. I think she's had like a knee surgery and something with her back. But I've also had a few surgeries, and she specifically said, she's like, I don't know what it is about my kids, but she's like, every time you guys have had surgery, none of the drugs they give you do anything. She's like, literally, because me and my sister would always react just like, like
Just
we don't,
chill.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like
just got a
my
high
mom,
tolerance.
She told me,
Fucking
she's like,
Mike
I've
was
never-
born to party, boy.
Yeah, she's like, I've never understood why neither one of you got, because like you see those videos online where it's like people are just like, oh, yeah. And my
Yeah,
mom's
right,
like, she's like, that was never the case with you guys. You guys were always completely normal. Could have went and did anything.
Yeah, I was talking to Carter the whole time. I was like, "You like this show that they're showing? Because it's got the TVs."
Some
He's
people
like,
are
"Yeah."
just made for it.
Bro,
Not
I
me.
was
I
took a
tripping.
little hit.
I was tripping because whenever Quentin Blaze ran through the house, our dog Blaze ran through Pitbull
Oh my
and
God.
like knocked Quentin into the corner,
Oh no!
and dude split his shit on his
I
forehead.
remember that.
And
Aw.
dude, like he had a wide
I
open
remember that
gap,
too.
and they ended up giving him fucking fentanyl.
Oh my
Mhm.
God!
Yeah.
And they threw a shot, and I was like looking at first, like whenever it happened, my mom was like, "Here, hold him while I get dressed. Don't make sure he doesn't fall." And I'm like looking at him, I was like, "Huh?" Like, I was ready, like to be done, but
Yeah.
we took him to the doctor, and they gave him a shot of that fentanyl shit, and then instantly he's like, like, laughing and giggling and shit.
Yeah.
But even I haven't had like a wound like that, and
They'll give it to you.
that
for
shit freaked
anything.
me out,
Honestly,
man.
You go to the emergency room and they
It was
immediately
crazy
just give you
that
pain
they gave him
medicine.
that.
I'm hurting.
I had a stomach problem one time. Like I had been throwing up for days, and I couldn't fucking eat anything. My stomach was just like cramped, I think, because I was so dehydrated and stuff. I don't think I needed pain
No,
medicine.
hell no,
I needed
that's way
fluids.
worse.
I needed
Hold out your
fluids.
hand.
The first thing they did, they were like, "Here's some pain medicine," and I was
Take
like,
this one. What does that do?
It doesn't
Thank
hurt.
you.
They were like,
Okay,
"Are
well,
you
what
feeling
about this
better?" I
one?
was like, "Yeah, it doesn't hurt anymore."
Oh,
Like,
wow.
I feel a lot
That's
better.
It's gone.
10K leave.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. No, it was, bro. It
Probably
was. It was
was.
like $28,000. I had to apply for assistance and shit.
Pull up
They
that
were like, "Oh,
wheel.
we'll knock off. You only owe us $5." I'm like,
Right. How does that work
"The
then?
fuck? Like, fuck you."
I know if you keep going at them like I don't have that much money, they're like, okay, here's our new
Yeah,
offer.
you can just give us $5 a month.
Here's
and
our
that's
new
fine.
offer.
Yeah, like deal or no deal. Deal or no deal. Don't take the deal.
Just take it, motherfucker. Take it.
We'll play.
Bye.
It's gonna be me.
Spin that wheel. It's Courtney.
Oh,
It can't be me. I can't smoke.
It's Mikey.
me.
Mike Jeff.
Yeah.
Hey, good job. I brought
Well-
some good wax too.
Mike Jeff
He's taking
takes
a
it.
tincture
I'm gonna go ahead and
nasty
take
shit.
it. Vince, you take one because it's your birthday. Courtney, you're the guest. And Barnes,
Oh.
you better just hit that shit because you want to anyways, man.
No,
So let's
bro.
just all take it anyways.
Goddamn right, boy. I got some sour pink grapefruit and some cookie face.
I'm trying to get a new job so I can't smoke.
Oh,
Makes sense.
Yeah. Or else I would.
yeah, that's what we're gonna let them think.
Well, let's see who wins this game.
Shout out. Good football coming up.
Oh,
Here we go.
Happy birthday, Vinny.
15
Happy
minutes
birthday,
ago.
Vinny.
Yay.
Episode 49.
We should have brought you a birthday
Love you,
cake
brother.
and made you blow out the
Yeah.
candles on camera.
Cupcakes out there.
Oh yeah, I saw those. Those are cute.
Cupcakes.
With the little football things on them. Those are super cute.
I'm about to go eat me a burger too.
Yeah, I was about to say, babe, are you gonna
Right
go
on.
eat?
Nice.
See you, Jay.
See you,
Show
Jay.
50 coming up. I'll catch you guys later.
Episode 50.
Peace,
Bye.
love.
Bro. Love you.